Hi there, welcome to episode 61 of Cyberpunk. Thanks very much for finding the time to be with me to watch the video today. I hope your day's going great for you. I have absolute stacks of points on my iPad to talk to you about during the course of today's video, but two of them I want to do here before we start. One is to say thank you to those people who, despite me saying you didn't have to, still chipped in with ideas and solutions they'd found to the problem of Misty being trapped in stasis in her esoterica when I got back to her at the end of last episode. I did put a little bit at the start of last episode telling you that a couple or 3 days later I found a solution that actually works. And in a moment, when we start this episode, I'm going to actually show you that solution. So that's coming along. The other thing I wanted to say thank you about at this particular juncture is thanks to all those people who made comments and gave me feedback about last episode being an off-grid episode. Yes, it has been a while, hasn't it? I absolutely genuinely love off-grid episodes. I can't describe to you how they make me feel inside. But I'm also terrified of them because you are handing over complete control of what you're doing to the map and fate and the devs putting things in places where you're going to find them. You don't have a storyline pushing you along. You don't have, as I explained, fixes setting out things that you've got to do, like an agenda for you to follow, a shopping list of ideas that you then have to work through. There is none of that. There's no structure. So I was thrilled to bits, actually, that Pacifica turned out to be the treasure chest that it did of great things to stumble across and investigate and try out. I had a wild time. It's a devil to actually edit an episode like that because you're all over the place. And I had no clue as to how long it was going to be either. So yeah, I'm pleased it came off. I hope you enjoyed it. We're never all going to agree on what the ideal composition of episodes should be. I've had this discussion before. Some people like story driven, some people like gigs, other people do like off-grid exploration. Some people like it when you throw the whole lot into a big bowl, get a big spoon and give it a good stir, and that's the episode that comes out. I like all three. I like not having a set routine when it comes to I must do this, I must do that. It's just basically where the storyline is at any particular point that sort of suggests to me what the next episode's flavour should be, and that's how it works. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Those people who gave me the feedback, much appreciated, thank you. Right, in episode 60 I asked you a question. I asked you what you thought about the nature of free will in Night City and whether it even existed. The discussions that I've read and had with people highlighted that the dominance of the corporations in the game is highly salient in this. Most efforts at persuading people to think along a particular line originate from the corporations if you follow the thread back far enough. Commerce is so overwhelmingly powerful in 2077 that it dominates everything. Politics, the NCPD, media, social policy, every aspect of life. It sets the agenda and the message, and there are manipulations at every turn. It's actually impossible for the average night citizen to avoid seeing and hearing these messages because they saturate the senses throughout the environment. This is one of the reasons why I think the Badlands, despite all its drawbacks, is a haven for those seeking to escape the message-laden, brainwashing noise of factions competing for attention in Night City. In Cyberpunk 2077, individual choice is severely restricted by circumstance. The conclusion being that yes, freedom is largely an illusion. It's a comfortable and comforting one for many people, as was pointed out by you, but nevertheless it is ephemeral, it's unreal. Either people have to be prepared to play the game, to compromise on their personal ideals, to work within the system and hope it doesn't reject them, or they can absent themselves from it and drop out, become a rebel, a nomad, someone who accepts being an outcast as the price for determining their own path. On the deeper psychological level, Cyberpunk 2077 reveals how, in the far future, people's notions of freedom differ wildly. The comparison between the state of freedoms in our present world and the warning, if you like, represented by 2077, didn't go unnoticed either. It's a really meaty theme for the game to have examined. It gets us all thinking about these important issues and values that we aspire to and hold important. So I think that's a really positive thing, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who contributed to that theme in the feedback. So to today's question. Now this one came up specifically because of the Misty misadventure at the end of last episode. As I was driving across the city thinking about Misty and her relationship with Jackie, the question occurred to me about romances in Night City. Are they about genuine connection, or are they escapist illusions? Are the relationships in Cyberpunk 2077 genuine expressions of love and human connection, or are they simply emotional lifelines formed under extreme pressure? Are they doomed to collapse, therefore, once the crisis that created them ends? On the one hand, the game presents relationships that feel remarkably authentic in a world defined by artificiality and exploitation. For a male V, the romance with Panam Palmer develops through trust, loyalty and shared struggle rather than instant attraction. Panam does not immediately take to or open up to V. Trust is earned through actions, helping her recover her stolen cargo, rescuing Saul, standing beside her with the Aldecados when everything is on the line. Their quieter moments together, from the campfire conversations they have through those long drives in the Badlands, they give the relationship emotional weight. Panam offers V something Night City rarely does: belonging, stability, and the feeling of being part of something, part of a family. Other relationships, and this is where Misty comes in, reinforce this sense of emotional sincerity. Misty and Jackie represent one of the purest relationships in the game, in my opinion. Jackie's larger-than-life ambition is grounded by Misty's calm spirituality and emotional warmth. Their relationship feels believable because it's built on ordinary affection rather than survival or power. Jackie is encouraged to dream about a future with her beyond mercenary life, and after his death, Misty's grief at the loss of that becomes one of the game's most quietly devastating moments. Similarly, Judy Alvarez and her devastation over Evelyn Parker shows how deeply people can still care for one another despite Night City's brutality. Evelyn's abuse and death leave Judy emotionally shattered because Evelyn was not just a friend or colleague, she was someone Judy genuinely loved and wanted to save. Her bitterness afterwards towards Night City comes from the realisation that compassion alone is powerless against systems that are built on exploitation. Even the troubled marriage of Jefferson Perez and Elizabeth Perez contains traces of genuine care beneath the paranoia and manipulation. As the conspiracy surrounding them unfolds, trust begins to erode, yet Elizabeth still tries to protect Jefferson, even if it means lying to him. Their relationship becomes tragic precisely because real emotion exists inside something that's increasingly artificial and controlled. On the other hand, nearly every relationship in the game is shaped by trauma, instability, and desperation. V's relationship with Panam develops while he's literally dying because of the relic. That constant proximity to death accelerates emotional intimacy unnaturally. Panam and V bond while facing violence, uncertainty, and threats to survival together. Judy is grieving Evelyn and emotionally vulnerable. The Perelezes are psychologically unravelling under outside manipulation. These are not stable circumstances in which healthy relationships usually form. Night City also undermines permanence. The city thrives on causing isolation, encouraging ambition, and using exploitation. People cling to one another because everything around them is falling apart. Panam gives V hope beyond the city, but would their relationship feel the same without the urgency of V's condition? Judy's connection to Evelyn is powerful, but it's not immune from guilt or tragedy. Even Jackie and Misty's relationship is brutally cut short before they even get that ordinary future that they imagined together. The tension is what makes relationships in Cyberpunk 2077 feel so compelling. The game never fully argues that love conquers Night City, nor does it suggest that human connection is meaningless in a situation like this. Instead, it presents relationships as fragile but real. Passages of sincerity created in a world that's actively hostile to sincerity itself. So how do you view relationships in this game? Are they genuine, lasting connections that endure because of adversity, or are they temporary refuges intensified by fear and grief and the desperate need for human connection before everything falls apart? Over to you. Right, to episode 61 and where this is going. Last episode was full on off-grid in focus. Today's is going to be mostly about the main storyline. That's the intention. If there are side activities and opportunities that present themselves, I may take them, but it very much depends on how well they fit in with what I'm doing at that particular time. So let's do a recap of where we got to in the main story. On arrival at the Moth Bar, where Reed has arranged to meet, a relic malfunction leaves V vulnerable. In a rare moment of sympathy/empathy, Reed reveals to him a brush with death of his own. He tells V how 7 years prior, at the end of the Unification War, he was shot and left for dead by Arasaka assassins. Having barely survived, and despite this seeming betrayal by people he highly trusted, Reed remains fanatically loyal to the Noosa, viewing his subsequent years as a dead man walking in Night City as just another part of the job. He also tells V that he harbours no ill will towards Songbird and that he remains determined to rescue her from Kurt Hansen's headquarters in the Black Sapphire, where she's currently being held. The mission then moves into its tactical phase as Reed and V descend into the hidden bunker beneath the Moth Bar to meet Alex, an agent who Reed first recruited and then abandoned when he himself was forced underground. Alex outlines a complex plan to infiltrate the Black Sapphire's formidable defences by using the cover of an evening party and with V and Reed disguising themselves as guests. This briefing helps re-cement the dynamic between Reed and Alex, a reformed team of betrayed, broken agents working for a government that once discarded them, but united now by the desperate need to recover Songbird from Hansen's grasp. V and Reed later succeed in executing this plan. They penetrate the Black Sapphire, leaving multiple bodies in their wake, and once they reach the upper levels of the structure, the pair change into their tailored suits, successfully pass through security, and enter the party. Inside the ballroom, the atmosphere is thick with both paranoia and manufactured grace. When V finally spots Songbird and is joined by Reed, they are surprised to learn from her that Songbird is a prisoner not only under duress but also by necessity. She tells V that just as he is dying due to the relic chip, she is dying due to the poisonous contact with the Blackwall that she's been subjected to. Her condition is the result of years of exploitation by President Rosalind Myers and Noosa, who have used her as a literal human bridge to access what lies beyond. She further informs V and Reed how her investigations have led her to discover that the only cure for them both is a secretive piece of captured tech, the neural matrix, which is now in the possession of Kurt Hansen. When correctly activated, the AI within this device can be used to stop the Blackwall from erasing her identity. For him, it will decouple the relic from his brain without killing him. The complication is that Hansen wants this neural matrix for his own purposes. He wishes to use Songbird as a biological key to the AI within the neural matrix. Once unlocked, he'll have access to proof of President Myers' illegal activities beyond the Black Wall, which he can then use to blackmail her and further his own political ambitions. To gain this access, he also requires the assistance of two other people, Netrunner brother and sister Aurora and Americ Cassell, whose job it is to help breach the security protecting the hardware itself before it can be used. Songbird outlines her plan to steal the neural matrix from under Hansen's nose. She tells Reed and V that by digitally cloning and then assuming the identities of the brother and sister, V and Reed will be able to access the server room where their neural matrix is located. Their discussion is suddenly interrupted by the arrival of Hansen himself, who eagerly expresses veiled scepticism towards Reed and V's authenticity before escorting Songbird away. Shortly later, Reed tells V that he has deep suspicions regarding Songbird's recent activities and ultimate motives. Her escape from the doomed Space Force One and the subsequent landing zone, her attitude to Myers, and her knack for self-preservation lead him to suspect that she may be playing both sides. Myers' own activities regarding the Black Wall further cloud matters. Nevertheless, he agrees that getting Songbird out of the Black Sapphire remains top priority if answers are to be had, and he confirms to a concerned V that he believes she is being fair with him to this point. The plan to clone the Cassells works, but not without complications. Firstly, Reed fails to join V at the roulette table where the digital copying is to take place. V nevertheless succeeds in engaging with the Cassells using tech provided by Songbird. While cloning their identities, he discovers that Aurora is a thrill seeker who finds V's mercenary charm amusing, while Americ is a cold, calculating wall of silence. Just as the task is complete, Hansen appears on the scene once more. He reveals that he knows who Reed and V really are, including their role in enabling Myers to escape from Dogtown. He informs V in no uncertain terms that despite deciding to allow them to leave, they are marked men, that Songbird is on his team now, and that nothing will stand in the way of his plans. Reed and V find themselves taunted and ejected with prejudice from the Black Sapphire by Hansen's troops, leaving Reed to tell V he will now go to rejoin Alex to plan where they go from here. Right, that is the sit rep. What plan letter are we on now? B, C, D, E? I don't know. Let's see what Reed and Alex have come up with to rescue this situation. But before we do that, I promised we'd go back to talk to Misty. So at the end of last episode, I ran into that infamous bug where Misty seemingly gets permanently stuck in her communing pose at the Esoterica. Here's the setup. I had recently finished collecting the fourth of the King tarot cards, so I now had King of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Swords and King of Wands, and at that point I was thrilled to be told by the game to go and see Misty to have these cards explained to me. But when I arrived, my girl wasn't talking to me. Now, I already knew this communing state was a bit of a bug. It had been mentioned before in feedback, but I figured maybe I could fix it, so I tried everything I could think of to jolt her out of her trance. I fast travelled to faraway places. I drove around while I was there for hours. I tried advancing time by days. I tried approaching the shop from different directions and at different times of the day and night. I even tried firing a weapon from outside close by to where Misty was standing to see if that combat alert would trigger a jolt out of her stasis. Nothing worked. And then, a couple of days later, I was looking through my journal list and I noticed down at the bottom that the Fool on the Hill original tarot quest from the base game was still there. Find all the tarot graffiti in the city. Now, I'd been chipping away at this for a long time and I was still a few cards short, planning to finish it after completing Phantom Liberty. And then it hit me. What if this incomplete base game quest was somehow interfering with the new tarot collecting imperative from Phantom Liberty? What if Misty was locked in a queue of some sort, and even though the game had just sent me to speak with her, she was stuck waiting for me to finish the main game tarot hunt quest before she would trigger the dialogue for the new one? Could it really be that simple? There was only one way to find out. I checked my list and I saw when I looked that I had 5 remaining tarot cards uncollected. So I then went into my map and filtered it to show only tarot cards and nothing else. And I was slightly disturbed to see that although I'd got 5 slots, only 3 tarots showed up on the map. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 across this way. Nevertheless, they were there and remaining to be tracked down, so I decided to set out to collect them. Right, full disclosure before we start. Obviously this is a blind playthrough. Everything that I do is as new to me as it is to some of you, I suspect. However, in this instance, because I've been testing out ways of solving Misty's immobility, by necessity I've already been to the location of these 3 tarot cards, collected them and returned with them to Misty's Esoterica to try out the theory to see what happened. So because I wanted to keep this experience as fresh as possible, what I did not do was to look at the pictures or read the red text of any of the tarots that I've collected, or think about who they match up to in the game, nor did I do any exploration of the areas in which the 3 cards were located. I simply dashed in, grabbed them, and once I got all 3, hurtled, it's me driving, back to Misty's Esoterica to see what happened. I wanted to keep this for you and I to share as a fresh, new thing. So that's the basis on which I'm doing the collection of these 3 cards now. I just wanted to be absolutely clear, obviously, that I have been to get these cards once before. Right, with that all said, on the map, let's look for the nearest one to where we are at the moment, and that is here. It's the one to the virtually northwest, I would say. I've located that. What I'm going to do though, because this is an add-on to today's video, this is really something that belongs at the end of previous video, had I been able to work this solution out, I'm going to cut out the driving parts and I'll rejoin you at the locations of these 3 cards. See you at the first location. Okay, we're arriving on site at the first, which is in Arasaka Waterfront. I'm going to park in the shade so that my bike doesn't get too hot. Outside the massive entrance of Kenpeki Plaza, and we'll scan the first tarot, which is here. And this one says it is the Emperor. I didn't even worry about the names of these cards, I simply scanned them and ran away as fast as I could to get the next one. Right, here we go. The Emperor. The Emperor represents patriarchal control and is pleased with the authority and power he possesses to shape the future. The Emperor makes the rules and enforces them for the common good. But prestige has its dark sides. The Emperor is dominating and ruthless and will climb over a mountain of bodies to achieve his aim. This has got to be Saburo Arasaka, hasn't it? Patriarchal control, definite authority and power, obviously shaping the future. There was a lot of sort of reference back to history, wasn't there, in the audio-visual presentations that we saw about him. Yeah, I think that one's probably the easiest one I've found to assign to a particular person so far in the game, I would say. Right, that's the first tarot done. Let's return to the bike. And we'll head to the second. So map, please. Let's remember where the second one is. It's somewhere south. There it is. There is our second tarot. I'll join you at location number 2. Right, we are arriving at the location of the second tarot. I didn't really take in what this was, but I'm beginning to think it's some sort of memorial, given it's got that sort of columbarium type air to it, hasn't it? And there are these repeating motifs throughout it, very grey, and also I can hear, is that from outside or inside? I know this one's from inside. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I rushed through this area because literally I was just dashing to collect the tarot card.
An explosion from a terrorist attack on the first Arasaka Tower claimed the lives of more than 12,000 victims.
Oh, right. That's what this is. This is the Arasaka Memorial. Oh. Okay. We have multilingual voiceovers explaining the context of what it is we're looking at. Very artistic, I would say. And very red in that area, isn't it? And then we come out into the sunshine. Oh, they've got actual... Oh, there's my tarot. They've got actual... the things you don't notice when you're just rushing through to collect. This is why I don't rush. It felt very strange to me when I was testing out these various ways of trying to see if I could unlock Misty from her stasis, because it's just not me. But you know, how do you compress as many possible things into a short space of time if you're trying this and then trying that and then trying this? It went on for ages. I must have spent like 2 hours, I think, trying different things until I found one that worked. These are parts of the actual structure which have been preserved. Wow. I mean, it's all behind glass now, so we can't get down to it, obviously. Why would you want to? But fascinating that they would do that. It's quite raw, isn't it, to think people died here? I'm going to come back to my tarot because I want to go a bit further into this building and do a little bit of exploration. Now, I know, as I said, this is an add-on to today's video, but when else is the best time to explore this particular area than when collecting the tarot here? I did say that if there were additional activities that presented themselves, I would be open to them.
Tower claimed the lives of more than 12,000 victims. May they rest in peace.
12,000? I'm not sure I've actually heard that number mentioned.
Over 70 floors, all crashing down.
You're telling me. My granddad was part of the rescue team. Said they were digging up bodies night and day. Some of the stories he told me, what he saw and heard, the cries coming up from under the rubble.
I can't even imagine.
Wow. This is a very somber place. It really brings home the tragedy of it, doesn't it? I mean, you've got to think about the amount of time that has passed. Half a century has passed since this happened, more than half a century. For this to have been preserved like this, and for, I guess, kind of also a museum in a sense, isn't it? It's presenting a slice of the past with a lesson to be learned about what happened. There's a vehicle down there, what's left of it.
An explosion from a terrorist attack on the first Arasaka Tower claimed the lives of more than 12,000 victims. May they rest in peace.
It's very well done. And the absence of music here. You know, I was talking about how messages impinge upon the environment all the time here. Apart from the voiceovers here, the recorded announcements explaining the context of the place, it's very quiet here. You can hear the kind of sort of air circulating in the building even. Right, let's go and have a look at these. This is what it is. These are memorials to the actual people who died, I guess. I would imagine this is very similar to the columbarium. I think this is how it's meant to work, how the symbolism of it is meant to work, that is, because physically there will be very significant differences. We have some of the monks gathered over here. And this is kind of like a shrine area, where you can light candles, I guess, and be quiet. I am not going to disturb these people.
추모를 위한 공간입니다. 예의를 갖추시기 바랍니다.
It just seems fundamentally wrong for me to try to do that. It's a role-playing thing, isn't it? Would V show respect in this situation? Yes, I think he would. That won't stop him from having a look at what's in this crate, obviously, because that's neither here nor there. Why would there be a champagne bucket in this place of all places? It's a huge memorial. I had no idea of the scale of it. But then I guess they wanted it to be impressive. I also love the textures of the materials that have been used in this. They're incredibly polished and reflective. And yet there's a sort of gritty face to the materials of the actual tower structures and the symbolism of it. The lighting's really good too. It's a shame about the advertising that we can see all around us, but then, you know, there's no such thing as being completely cut off in Night City, is there? Cashmere wool. I'll collect it while I'm here because, you know, why not? I mean, I don't know if any of these people will talk to me. I'm not going to initiate conversation with them. Let's put it that way. She's noticed me? Is she going to give any attention or context to what she's doing?
Hola.
Yeah, she's just said hello, that's polite. I love interacting with NPCs, as you know, but I can't bring myself to do it in this particular place.
You are please act respectfully.
You're in a place of remembrance. Please act respectfully. Are you listening, V? Yes, he is listening. Hey, come on, we could have cleared this corner up. This is a bit poor. If we've got essential ongoing works, let's have essential ongoing works, but we don't want to see them all the way around there. There are many people here, actually. It's because it's such a large area, it kind of disguises the number of people attending. I wouldn't be at all surprised if there weren't like 50 people scattered amongst these areas. It's massive. I had no idea. But then I guess 12,000 memorials, which is what you're looking at now in this thing, take up some space, don't they? Alright, I'm seriously impressed with this. I'm not impressed with the litter. There seems to be quite a few instances of torn up things. A crystal decanter. Militech have left boxes around the place for me to find.
You are please act respectfully.
Yes, I mean, honestly, the litter is a significant feature here now. It's starting to annoy me. There are these torn up things everywhere. What is that all about? And we've had a sort of subterranean level to it. It's all down here. Where is this? Does this just come down 3 stairs and then doesn't go anywhere? Or does it turn me back along the bridge where I've been? Can I open this door? No, I cannot. There is a pad which I don't have a code to. I'm wondering now whether at some stage I'm going to be sent to this location and I'll be given a code. That's a possibility. Well, I haven't seen anywhere like this since I was at the Columbarium, and that was quite a grounding place to go to. Okay, I'm going to go grab my graffiti now. which is over here. I can't begin to think whether this graffiti is in any way tied to the location. Oh, the tower. It is. I should have looked at the picture. Which one was the tower? This one. The tower. The tower is an omen of radical change, chaos and destruction. The lightning striking the tower signifies a return to the old order that lies buried under the ruins and the new order that will rise from it. It is a symbol of tragedy, apocalypse and self-destruction. Well, I literally think that that tarot represents the tower itself. And what it stood for in terms of the destruction of it, the change that was being sought, however the old order that was buried underneath the ruins and the new order that rose from it. Tragedy, apocalypse and self-destruction. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go back to my map and we will locate the third and final of the tarots, which is over here. I'll lock onto it. I'm going to drive to that location. I'll see you there in a moment. Right, we're arriving at the third location, which was the Electric Corporation. I didn't notice that. I think my tarot's over there, so I may not actually need to go inside this area. I think I've been inside the Electric Corporation's boundaries before. The tarot card is called Justice. Let's look at the tarot collection. It's the one with the scales on, obviously. Justice. Justice is the card of conflict resolution. It proclaims the need for order, to see through lies and deceit, and a return to the natural state of affairs. Justice implies a just sentence, but also due process. See, some of these cards don't seem to refer to people, rather more to concepts, which might need to be considered and applied in situations throughout the game, particularly when you get to the sharp end of the game, I suspect. Conflict resolution, so it's about solving disputes between people or groups. It proclaims the need for order. In other words, let's bring this back to where we're not having this falling out. It needs to be able to see through lies and deceit, which obviously means that people are lying and some people are being deceitful. And a return to the natural state of affairs, in other words, resetting. Justice also implies a just sentence, but also due process. So think about the various arguments, the various sides to the dispute. Carry out the process of weighing up the merits of each. And the just sentence, it's got to be seen to be fair. Okay. I will briefly jump up here and just have a look around. I don't think this is on the scale of the place that we have just been. I want to say I have been here, but you know, come on guys. We're 61 episodes in and I don't know how many hours that is. But yes. Yeah, it looks very familiar actually. I don't think there's going to be anything new for us to explore here. On that basis, I am going to jump back on my bicycle with a motor on it, and I'll meet you back at Misty's Esoterica. See you in a moment. Right, I've made it back to Misty's Emporium, roughly in one piece. The thing is, this is as far as I got when I was testing out my theory. I came down here, I noticed that Johnny was, and still is, still standing in the alleyway, and I got into the doorway here and approached Misty to the point where this happened. The exclamation mark over her head turned into a speech bubble which said, "You can now talk to her." And that is where I stopped, because she was then interactable. So everything that follows from this point onwards...
I've got my head in the clouds. Earth to be!
Yeah, I'm explaining to the people, Misty, how long it is since you and I have been able to speak. Just to hear your voice again, I could cry. So look, this is all new now, from this point onwards. Let's go.
I saw more of those freaky murals.
Yes!
Did they start making sense? Tell any sort of story?
I'm just so pleased to hear you. She's moving! She's moving! Oh, Misty. Oh, look, okay, right, look. They're all tarot cards, true. Maybe it's hard to say, did they make any sense to me? I'm going to say they're all tarot cards. Because that's what tarot cards are. They're open to interpretation.
All just a bunch of tarot
Oh,
cards.
don't say that.
I'm pretty sure my brain's now beyond repair.
Okay.
The tarot tells the story of a fool's journey. Show me what you found. I'll tell you what's left.
Here.
Right. Have my collection.
You're still missing 2 arcana. Judgment and the Devil. My guess is that they relate to a turning point in your life. One that's soon to arrive.
Now, that explains why there were 5 slots in my "you haven't collected all the tarot cards" thing, but I could only see 3 on the map because there are 2 that I can't get yet. Oh. I mean, this is the classic fool, isn't it? You know, the idea that we're all journeying and we're all making it up as we go along, really. Tell me more about the fool's journey. Oh, I'm so looking forward to talking to Misty.
What's up with the wandering fool?
The fool is you and Silverhand.
I thought it was me.
You've traveled a long road together. Discovered your potential.
And where are we headed?
Your destination is the world. The final arcanum. Both of you waged a war on the world. So there are 2 possibilities. Declare victory, or make peace.
Could lose the war, too.
Good point.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true.
Pretty much worked that one out, hadn't we? That V was the fool. I mean, by association, Johnny is too. The devil doesn't sound good.
Rather not run into the devil. Got a feeling he's bad vibes.
That's the card of primal dormant desires, but also the will to survive.
Doesn't sound so bad, actually.
It also represents a false world, the trap these desires lay for you.
She's so wise. I could kneel at her feet, on a cushion, hopefully, and soak up her words forever. Okay, so the judgment side of this thing then.
What's this judgment about?
One possible future of redemption, transition, awakening. The angel with the trumpet symbolizes the end of an era and a call to rebirth, to a new beginning.
Well, I mean, come on, he's been looking for new beginnings all the way through the game so far. That's the whole thing, isn't it? Isn't that how we got in this mess in the first place as well? So I can say thanks, and what happens next?
Thanks. Didn't get much of that, but thanks.
You'll understand when the time comes. I can't explain everything. All the tarot can tell me is that you will reach the world by one of 4 paths.
Meaning?
The final leg of the journey goes through the sun, the star, temperance, or the devil.
Could just die. Not even get that far.
Cheerful.
Oh, come on. You won't let that happen. Take this. It's all I can do to help.
What is this? Ooh, what is this? That looks functional. What does it do? What does it do?
Good luck, V. On whatever road you choose.
She didn't tell me.
Hey, Misty. I happened upon some more murals. A little different, these. Can't say exactly how, just different.
Yes!
Describe what you saw for me.
It's gone on to the second of the tarot quests. It's gone on to the one that triggered from Phantom Liberty. Okay. Now, I knew I'd found a
Hello?
solution.
Anybody there?
Yes, come on. Give me this moment of celebration, will you? Just let me have this one, please. I knew I'd found a solution that unlocked her, but I was not certain that it was going to go on to do this as well. And it's going through all 4 of the cards. A guy with some swords, a majestic figure and a goblet.
And they say I've got my head in the clouds. Earth to be!
Someone sitting holding a big stick saw a figure and some stars or pentagrams. We're going through all of these.
So, we saw a guy wielding a pair of swords.
You've met the King of Swords. One of my personal favorites.
Something good?
Well, the King of Swords sees clearly and has a strong voice of reason. But when emotions run high, even reason can't always rise above the jazz. His truths are often sharp, painful to hear. Some would rather cover their ears, live a lie, if only to avoid suffering.
These are further sort of indications, because I speculated about who I thought some of these cards applied to, referred to
Hello?
in the past.
Anybody there?
During the last episode that we did. Let's go through all of her analyses. So the majestic figure and the goblet.
Saw this figure sitting there with, dunno, a goblet maybe?
Ah, the King of Cups. Oh, be especially careful with anyone you've met who this card might be pointing to.
Well, gotta be careful with everyone I meet these days.
Isn't that the truth?
On one hand, the King of Cups signifies understanding, emotional balance. On the other, he's the opposite. Manipulation and spiritual crisis. And V, hun, the last thing your spirit needs is even more chaos and disappointment.
I would agree with you there. Absolutely, I would. She has such insight. I have missed this. This is what's been lacking.
And they say I've got my head in the clouds. Earth to V!
What a tune she would be to V if she could be at the end of a telephone, if she could be around. Just to bounce ideas off. Okay, someone sitting holding a big stick.
So there was this figure seated, holding this thingamabob like a club or a scepter or something?
The King of Wands? So that suggests you've met a leader who sticks to his principles in pursuing his aims, or even some grand vision.
Okay,
Haven't I met
good
a
or
few of
bad?
those? Good or
Well, as ever, it depends on you. The King of Wands suggests fresh opportunities, the discarding of old patterns or habits. But it implies a certain danger, too, of ruthless action and shortcuts taken. And in the end, it could demand a sacrifice towards fulfillment of some great expectation.
A sacrifice by me? Is that what you're talking about? I speculated that I thought all four of these cards
Hello? Anybody there?
didn't just relate to the characters in the game who I spoke about last episode. I tried to work out which of them I would most closely associate with each of these cards, but I think there's also a reflection on V here. All of this affects him. The whole reason that Misty's decoding
And they
these
say I've got my head in the clouds.
is
Earth to V!
to try to help V.
So, saw a hooded figure, star, pentagram behind him. Devil's dealings, your area of expertise
Yeah,
too?
come on, what does she make of this?
The King of Pentacles. Having dealings of your own with one who's built a rich, powerful realm through sheer determination. Someone like that. Dangerous, V. World looks different from atop a throne. Your reign is constantly under threat.
Rather deal with satanic shit, honestly. Saying I gotta be on my guard?
I'm not sure simple caution's enough. Bad fate's stronger than that. But follow your heart, I always say. Even in defeat, you'll remain true to yourself.
Well, I wanted a breakdown and analysis of it, and I knew she wasn't going to be precise and
Anybody there?
specific. I knew that her distillation of what the various cards meant would still leave huge vague areas where you've got to fill in the gaps. Yeah, I'm sure I don't really understand still what you've spoken
And they
about
say
there.
I've got my head in the clouds. Earth to V!
I'm going to go with the top one and see if it causes her to reassure me in any way.
Sheesh, you're a real chum, Misty.
She is.
Thanks.
She is.
Great insights. Still not sure what to make of what I saw, though.
Well, I think you're caught between strong personalities. Warring ones, even.
That's true.
They all want to influence you, though not all of them necessarily know it.
Nothing new there.
Don't dismiss it, V. You've got new possibilities to explore, new paths to tread. On the way to either your salvation or doom. The choice is still yours, though. You still shape your life, your fate.
I'm not going to go with the bottom one. Sorry, I don't buy any of this. I'm really not going to go with the bottom one.
Hello? Anybody there?
The thing is, it's not so much the randomness of the cards and trying to ascribe meaning to real events in the game, because we know the dangers of doing that. You can make a reason fit. You can make an event fit a card by forcing it into shape. Anything.
And they say I've got my head in the clouds.
Anything that's happened could be made to take a particular flavour, a particular direction, simply by interpretation. But on the other hand, she is astute, she's knowledgeable, she's a clever person. She doesn't just read the tarot cards and tell you what they mean. She mixes in part of her warnings and her advice. I think it's a clever way of her doing that.
Hello? Anybody there?
She uses the tarots to give you what she thinks honestly about situations without necessarily being asked for her own opinion of them. She mingles it in. And I would like to have her opinion. I'd like to have her counsel, quite honestly. So if it has to come versed as part of the interpretation of a bunch of tarot cards, I'll take it.
So what do I do? What's the right path?
She's not going to tell you.
Just be true to yourself, Fee. Your heart'll know the way. A life-changing event is likely imminent. Watch for it closely.
Okay. Is that it? I think it might be. It's not going to matter how close I get to her. Misty? It was worth it. It was worth the hours I spent trying to find a way of getting her to talk to me, to have all of that done, and she decoded the 4 king cards that I found as part of Phantom Liberty too. And she's awake now, so presumably I'll be able to get back to her and talk to her when I need to. So that's fantastic. Right, now what I'm going to do here is relocate, ready to start the journey into the next part of the main storyline. So I'll be back with you in a few moments. I've relocated, as you can see, to Crest Street. I've slept quite well, showered not so well. I've breakfasted, I've come downstairs. It's heading for 6:30 in the morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. I've got snacks on my desk. I have got a large and very cold orange drink today because it's already 24 degrees. It's literally just changed from 23 to 24 as I've been looking at it, and it's still morning. It's going to be a hot one today where we are. Now, the office is not a big room. You can't really tell from this. It isn't huge. So ventilation wise, I try to have the door open when I can, but you do get extraneous noise from elsewhere in the house if you have the door too open. So the cat, it's one of those heavyweight things that you can use as a doorstop, is propping the door open as much as I dare. The real solution is not to let the episode go too long. The episode before last, I think, was over 4.5 hours long. Last episode was heading towards 4 hours. So I'm going to try and keep a grip on it today. Before I melt, I want to get to a point in the game where it will let me stop sensibly, and I'm going to stop. So that's that. Right, let's get into the journal. I'm very excited to be going back to the main storyline today, especially after an off-grid episode like last episode was. Birds with broken wings go to Alex's safe house, which means the moth, obviously. We've read the moth text there. We've read the Alina Alex text before, but Johnny's text we need to go through. Always thought it was in showbiz you couldn't trust a soul. Turns out in hindsight, met a few good eggs in my time. But man, all these cloaks from Langley. Guaranteed dagger in the back, and probably stuck there by a friend. You're getting played here, no doubt about it. But not much choice with our survival on the table. Just do me a favour, ears perked, eyes peeled, and mind always razor sharp. Even Johnny is getting the heebie-jeebies here, isn't he? Don't you think? He's less scared of the real bad guys, the gangs and all the rest of it, than he is of the Langley people, it seems to me. Our survival on the table too. Increasingly, as time's gone by, he's stopped thinking of himself and been thinking more about V in all of this. Not simply because if V doesn't survive, he doesn't survive, but because I think he's actually, heaven forbid, starting to care. Maybe those 50 years dead have done him some good. Perhaps he's changed a little bit. I don't know. That's excellent. I also want to go into the inventory to show you something. Now, calm everybody. I've had to be calm about this, let me tell you. It's slot 1. The plan B is not there. For the whole of this episode, I'm going to be using instead Her Majesty, which I was given, obviously. Tier 5 plus iconic power pistol. It's got a plus 150% headshot damage multiplier. My plan B is no slouch in that department, but while optical camo is active, this weapon's shots gain perfect accuracy and guaranteed headshot crits, along with increased damage. As if that weren't enough, it comes with a unique silencer. What is this silencer? Tier 4. Hayakumi. Short scope. Plus 0.5 additional zoom, plus 20% range. A fully digital sight featuring a built-in virtual ammo counter. A must-have for the modern battlefield. Yeah. All these weapons are must-haves for the modern battlefield. So yeah, I mean the optical camo, this is the thing, isn't it? I want to say that goes in a quick access slot, doesn't it? Yes, it does. No, that's the projectile launch system. Optical camo, let me turn my thing off in the corner there so you can see this with me. Optical camo tier 5 cyberware reduces visibility to enemies for 7 seconds by 90%, making it more difficult for them to detect you outside of combat and hit you during combat. You put it into a slot, you activate it with R1. 50-second cooldown. Ouch. That's a long time. It is cooler tuned, and I get a bonus of 0.1 second per point, and I've got 20 points in cool, so I get a whole 2 extra seconds there. Plus 1.6% decreased enemy vision, plus 6.2% bonus stealth damage. I don't know though, you know, this is the thing. I've got my grenade in that slot, and I've got my blood pump in the other one. Do I want to be without my blood pump or my grenades during this episode? This is an untried weapon largely. I did, when I got it, try it, and I tried it I think in combat, and I couldn't get used to it quickly enough, so I quickly swapped it back out and put something else back in and made a mental note to return to it one day. Well, here is that day. I've picked the hottest day of the year probably so far to do it. Do I need to make the situation any hotter, is the question I'm asking myself. I think I'm going to use it this episode vanilla. I'm not going to put the optical camo in place. And we'll see how we go. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. So, with that said, it's 200 metres to the moth from where we're standing. For some reason it's sending me down here in a loop and round. I don't think we'll do that at all. So I'm going to set off in that direction. There is a red drop here, which I've looked at before, this particular red drop. Ooh. I mean, I wanted a controlled situation in which to try it. So maybe this could be that. I don't know what the range of this weapon is. This is a heck of a way of finding out. Terrible shot. Let's try that again. Okay. It felt a little bit more twitchy. Could have been me. Could have been me. But for a first shot, and a second shot for that matter.
Come out. Let's talk.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk. Talking's overrated. Oh, this is a guy with a skull though, so he's going to take more than one shot. How many? Does it only have 10 in the magazine? That's not many. My plan B had 20. That's going to be something of a feature to get used to.
All checks out.
No, it isn't. That guy's a goner. Yeah, he's a gonna lie down. Oh, crikey, there's someone on the bridge. How did I miss that person there? Oh, heaven. I thought you were someone else.
Playing hide and seek.
I didn't know who you were with. Okay. I don't think he's going to be distracted by this because I think he's too far away, but I will attempt it. And reload. I'm going to have to remember he did get distracted by it.
Come out.
That was very lucky. And oh, what did I just do? I'm all nervous because I haven't used this before properly. Okay, that was all right. Oh no, it wasn't. No, that wasn't all right. But one more of those will do it, and your friend can lie down too. Excellent. Okay, I quite like this weapon. It's quite similar in some ways to the Plan B. I don't know. I mean, I could kid myself and say the range is just as good, if not better. I'm getting used to it from the point of view of pointing it and aiming it. It's pretty reliable. You're right, I haven't pinged or tagged. Quite true. I'm using that thing where you just go looking for trouble today. You know, you try and spot them. Oh, he's a distance away. That was risky. That was a risky shot. These people are just standing here blithely chatting because they're unaware. They don't care. What's going on over there? Oh, it's another slaughter. Don't worry, there's some guy after a red drop taking on all these dudes. One by one.
He's a psycho.
Oh, now you decide to run away as if I'm a psycho. I am not a psycho. Yeah. I'm deliberately not pinging here. I'm deliberately not tagging either because I just want to try it out and take them on. I've got to remember to press reload more often. You could have got yourself shot there rushing out of there. You realise that? Yes, I know it's hostile, but then I'm hostile too. Hi. Pretty good. I am out here somewhere. You're in there somewhere. I'm glad we know where each other is. It makes life simple. Ooh, hello.
All clear, I guess.
No, it's not.
Someone's nearby.
Someone's there. You're right. It's me. Here's me. I like this gun. And I'm not using it with the optical camo. Heaven only knows what it would be like if you could hide for 7 seconds. It's the cooldown period that terrifies me though. 50 seconds is a long time. It really is. I don't think I've used anything that's got that sort of length of cooldown time associated with it before. Oh, hey, steady here. You've not really got anywhere to hide. Careful, careful. Large concrete block. Hiding for the purposes of... And action. Doing. Nice. He had a friend over there, didn't he? I'll go into this little container and play peekaboo. But his friend is running out of friends. Oh, it's tempting, but I could have snuck up behind him. You're quite right. There are many ways to dispatch an enemy, are there not? I could have done that. I think we might have done it. I hear no conversations going on. You're not saying much, are you? No. Reload, Clive. You've got to remember to reload with this weapon. I mean, this is good because if whatever we get up to in this episode, if Reed and I do get into any action again, then, you know, whatever. One of the things that came up, like I said, I've got a number of things to talk about here. Let's do this while we're looting. In the feedback last time was my poor performance during the penetration of the Black Sapphire, which was intended to be stealthy. In fact, Reed did say this to me when we were on the way in. He sort of read a little instruction manual to me which said, we go in quietly. That's the idea, okay? Well, yes, I did try. I really did try my best, but I didn't manage it. It was, I don't know quite what went wrong. I think I wasn't using the sniper rifle quite correctly, for one thing. Ooh, money shot. That's very kind. That's really good of you. Always cheers me up when someone gives me a money shot this early on in the episode. I wasn't using it correctly for one thing, and for another thing, the whole sort of thing started off reasonably, and then as soon as the numbers of enemies increased and they began to multiply and appear all over the place, I lost my bearings rather, and it became a shooting match instead. It should have been possible, I'm guessing. I don't want that, it's too big. I don't want you, you're too big. It should have been possible to sneak past them all, and I didn't sneak past them. I didn't help Reed sneak past them, more to the point. So, yeah, my bad. I'm not an FIA agent though, as I said to people in the comments. I think Reed was quite kind in his debriefing where he said, well, that didn't go to plan, did it, or something to that effect. He was implying some criticism, saying, you know, I could have done better, and I knew I could have done better, and he left it at that. which I thought was good man management on his part. He'd made his point. I hadn't lived up to his expectations. He expected and hoped for better. So did I. It didn't happen. Let's just move on from this, shall we? You know, we're not going to learn anything by going over it for the 200th time. So he didn't. And we moved on. But yeah, I don't know. There's an expectation thing, isn't there? He's not an FIA agent. He's like a subcontractor almost. That's all he is. Can you imagine if he'd actually taken the oath? I can't. I've been trying to work out what on earth would have happened subsequently. Whether they'd have been even less tolerant of his poor performance. Knowing what Johnny says about the FIA and how Langley scares him, it's just something I couldn't in conscience have done. Right, what do we need here? We need a 55 and a BD. I can't get one of those straight away. Unless I go this way. I'm going to go this way. Throw one away. 55 BD. I need a 55 and I need a 1C. There we go. Okay. Obviously this will have lost some of its contents whilst I've been doing stuff, but it's still good. Carrying capacity shard, skill shard, components. Nice start, and I got to try out my weapon. Since there's a body here who I missed, I'm so sorry. I'm terribly sorry I missed you down here, but I found you now, so that's okay. I can get back out of here and go back onto resume my navigation. Let's climb every sand pile. And we're out. Well, also, next thing that came up in the comments, talking about Reed, was our exit from the Black Sapphire. Having messed up the entrance to the Black Sapphire, in a sense, by leaving a trail of bodies behind me, which, yes, you're quite right, I should have tidied up, but, you know, this is me, put your gun away. We then kind of had to run the gauntlet of Hansen's troops on the way out, and I got to thinking about this and how it happened. Hansen had deliberately let us go from the Black Sapphire with a warning, you know, that he was fully aware of who we were, and saying, as I said, that Songbird's on his team now, so forget it if we're thinking anything otherwise. But I also think it was no coincidence that Hansen's troops were there as we were leaving, scattered throughout the route. Every few paces we were insulted or taunted or had some derogatory comment made towards us about what had happened, and I think it was no coincidence. I reckon Hansen told his troops to do that, told them to be provocative, to try and cause something to happen, and it didn't, despite their best efforts, because although Hansen couldn't be seen to order our execution, which is what he'd really have liked to have done because of the consequences that would have followed, I think he would nevertheless have made it plausibly deniable for himself had his troops, going against his instructions, taken it upon themselves to extort revenge upon us. So maybe that's what it was. Perhaps it was about exacting revenge. I don't know.
Best prices in Dogtown.
But it felt that way.
Resale.
Oh, not again. Every time. I'm going to the moth. I'm not going to the moth. I've done it again. I always got the wrong stairs there. It's because I see the Barcast guys there. I've heard that. Barcast is becoming a dirty word in this game. Every time I hear it, I'm thinking, it only ever brings trouble, doesn't it? Phew, I stopped for my first of many orange drinks there. It's going to happen today, I'm afraid. It's already now 25 degrees in here. It's coming up as I'm watching it almost. I don't know what it is about this country. We complain when it's hot, we complain when it's cold, but on the whole I think I would rather have the heat, because it's easier to do things about it to cool yourself down than it is sometimes to get warm if you're cold. That's what I find anyway. And I realise that 25 is nothing for those people who are living with 40 degrees routinely, but we don't. The place stops really when it gets to like 40 degrees here, very rarely, which it does. Hi Robot, how are you? You're looking very robotic today. Who have you got in? This dude is on his phone, busily checking his stocks and shares, and it's not gone well. Uh-oh. You shouldn't have put all your money into them. He's shaking his head. Who'd have thought that rhubarb flavoured peanuts would not be the next great thing in health foods? I know. It's terrible. Now you're stuck here. He was hoping to be able to afford better quality establishments to frequent. This guy's got a meal deal. Must be a breakfast meal deal. I had a meal deal with my wife earlier this week. We don't go to fast food places very often because at our age, beg your pardon, I wasn't meaning to interrupt you. Please carry on eating. We don't have too many of them. They're not necessarily that great for us health-wise. But just occasionally to have one as a treat. I had one of those chicken burger things with some chicken nuggets and fries and a drink.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I can see you're busy. I'll leave you to it. Whoa, those things make you angry. That should be called an angry meal. Yeah, we had that anyway, and it was very nice. And the fact you don't have them very often just makes them taste even better when you do, I think. This guy looks like he's taking a non-alcoholic drink, and I approve. It's 8:15.
All good?
Pretty good, pretty good. Nothing too untoward has happened. I've tested out my new weapon today. It seems reasonable. Don't tell the Plan B I said that.
Do I know you? Well?
You don't know me well, or even indeed at all. You've got a lot of gold chain around your neck. Is this your friend?
I don't recognize you. Just passing through.
I am passing through here by the looks of the yellow line into the back room. That's exactly where I'm passing. I find that a good place to pass. So I'm going to go that way. No drinks today, thanks, robot. No. I might go and talk to this young lady on my way, though. How can you wear a plastic jacket in this weather? I don't know how you can do that.
Hey.
You see, it's made you lose the power of speech. You're reduced to single words. Or even noises. That's not good.
Do I know you?
Not terrifically well. But, there's always the first time for meeting someone, isn't there? We've said this before. So it's good to meet you. I don't even know what your name is. Plastic Girl. That's what I'll call you. Let's head into the back room. Now, obviously, we've been here before. I don't think there's going to be anything new in the side rooms. There are foodstuffs here, which I'm going to leave. Yeah, I'm leaving the foodstuffs. Various people have said to me, you may as well pick these things up, because they don't hurt you in any way, but they do slow you down. And when I'm trying to make some progress and there's a lot of other things to do, then, stopping for things like that, they're not necessary in terms of the roleplay aspect of it for me on this particular difficulty level. I don't need the nourishment they provide. Earthquakes are quite frequent here. I'm surprised anybody chooses to remain. Let's have a look on the laptop. I'm betting we've seen this bit before. The robot software where she complained about needing it redoing, and the intel she's passing on, that we've seen before, but the net... I think I might have a look at some of these websites, because there's a few here I've not seen before elsewhere. Quite a lot, actually. I won't do all of them, because that will again slow us to a snail's pace, but it's a good calming influence, I think, on a day like today to have things like this to do. Haven Clinic. So we have home and staff. Home. Good has vanquished evil. We're saved. The scavengers have left the clinic and Dr. Anthony Anderson is alive and safe. Luckily, not a single one of our patients was harmed throughout the ordeal, though we were almost scared to death. We're grateful to thee, a very brave man and kind soul who came in our hour of need. Meanwhile, we're returning to our normal routines and duties even though the premises are in complete disarray. If you'd like to help us restore the clinic to a functional state, we're in dire need of a new window pane in the building's side entrance, broken by the scavengers, presumably how they got in. V has been mentioned in dispatches. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. This is how reputations are built. Well done, V. New cold storage. Thanks to the generosity of one of our clinic's former patients, we've acquired a functioning cold storage room. Maintaining precisely the right temperature is crucial for properly storing a large variety of medication and preparations. Since our utility bills have increased, we encourage everyone who supports our cause to make a donation. I mean, I would if I could. Cyberpunk 2. Allow me to make more donations to places that I want to support. And ideally make those donations therefore have a knock-on effect, so that when I revisit this place I'm looked at more kindly, maybe. Not necessarily, you shouldn't give expecting reward, but I'm just saying as a game mechanism it might be a thing to explore. Successful liver transplant. Haven is celebrating another huge achievement. Dr. Anthony Anderson successfully performed a liver transplant on a patient whose own had succumbed to failure, likely due to a severe hepatitis C infection. The healthy liver's donor was a patient of the clinic who sadly a few days before had been declared brain dead. Well, yeah, we know about that, don't we? Since the transplant, the patient reports feeling well and is soon to be discharged from our clinic to embark upon a new chapter in his life, this time minus the pain. If anyone is considering donating their organs in the event of their death, we strongly recommend you choose our clinic as the beneficiary. I bet you do. Because, spare parts are spare parts. Let's have a look at this. Haven Clinic. Staff. Dr. Anthony, we know a little bit about Dr. Anthony Anderson, Doctor of Medicine, MD, surgical specialist, graduate and former lecturer at the Washington Medical Institute, where he focused on and excelled in the field of neurosurgery. Alright. Odell Blanco. Assistant to Dr. Anthony Anderson and a Catholic minister by vocation, his last parish was Haven in Dogtown. Due to the fall in the number of believers, the church building was repurposed as a clinic and infirmary to treat the impoverished and functions to this day under Dr. Anthony Anderson's watch. Despite the lack of a medical education, Blanco provides basic care for patients and also provides spiritual guidance and comfort where needed. I mean, on the whole, good guys, don't you think? I would say. I don't know why I've done that, because I want to continue to use this. I want to look at good old Dogtown. What is this? About us. Michael Kaczynski and Marsan Iwinski, is that? Childhood tombs whose sheer passion for braindance and biz smarts proved it's possible to start a BD business on the other side of the world in the eccentric, beating heart of Night City in Dogtown. These are the guys from the market, aren't they? Which people have told me about in terms of the genesis of Cyberpunk itself and CDPR. Our adventure began in 2074 when we came to America to start our own business. We decided to open our braindance store to supply Dogtown with USSR imported samizdat braindances. Soon we'll be signing our first contract with an authorised braindance distributor for all of Night City, while you, our dear customer, will for years be able to brag about how you were buying BDs from good old Dogtown before they went big. And we've got some merchandise. Dance of Brain of Lek Kilbazusk. I'm sorry, I can't read the name. Imported XBD. Impossible to get otherwise. Real experiences of a person living in the Polish People's Republic, Polish, Polska, then we have the word there, PRL. Old Farmer's Mate. Now some of these I think we've seen. First ever attempt to localise a BD originally recorded in Indonesian into English. Users relive a day in the shoes of a palm oil farmer who unexpectedly meets his mate. And then we have the Snitcher. Rare and hard to find XBD that puts users in the shoes of a convict interrogated by the FIA. Experience the thrill of snitching on your comrades from the underworld to Night City's law enforcement authorities and the espionage arm of the mighty Noosa federal government. You see the traction of these brain dances, don't you? In that they're the kind of peripheral experiences. They're ones on the fringes of what's acceptable, but you can do. Right, I'll keep backing out of the whole thing, and I don't mean to do that. What on earth is this? Does that say Freak Seek? I think it does. Let's look at the articles. Corpse and Gangs, Yin and Yang. What's up? It's Freak Seek at your service with some oh-so-fresh news. I be watching what strings those slender corpo fingers be pulling, because if I don't do it, who will? So, you know how Corp's always blaming on gang wars, like they ain't the ones supplying the heat and lead and stirring up the beef? No surprise, right? Everyone know that. But Corp's planting agents in every major gang on the street of Night City sounds a bit like overkill, don't it? First up, you got to ask yourself, why? Because they can't control everything? Nah, we've been there, and we know they're well capable of that. If Corps want to put boots on the ground, plant moles up in, they'll do it. We've seen them do it 1,000 times. So I don't doubt for a second that they have a huge resource like this city's gangs twirled around their manicured pinky fingers. Allow me to explain. First of all, information. Gangs know the snitch on every street corner. Pretty important for biz, right? And on that note, the second reason, control. Because if you're a branch of, I don't know, the Tiger Claws, you're part of the basic fabric of peeps' everyday lives. I'm talking owning bars, clubs, legit biz, employing peeps on actual contracts. And now for the cherry on the tippity top. But don't the badges know about this? And I'd answer, what's the diff? Only thing that matters is, there's the big fish and the little fish, meaning us. But even more important than that, knowing it, being awake and aware, and that's why you've got Freak Seek. I keeping my eyes and ears open so I can tell you like it is. And then we have statistics. Listen up, because I'm about to drop some big brain on you all. Crime statistics in this city fluctuate according to some chosen value, right? It might be a little scary or a little comforting. Above all, it's easy for us to swallow. Some apparatchik at the top already did the math, tested it, and its fingers just the right percentages. You might have already guessed they're based on total, but the fact that they depend on you is a hot take you'll only get from FreakSeek. Someone made a fat Eurobook researching which numbers multiplied by what kind of news gives the desired results. Made some neat tables for the peeps in charge, and voila, they've got their own copy-paste crisis management system. Depending on the political moves in the works, they're planning on how you'll feel. That's right, you and Miss Nobody, and they feed you those stats any way they possibly can. Your anxieties, your comfort, safety, and good night's sleep are all carefully calculated. They're playing this city like one big church organ because they understand it enough to blast peeps with data they ain't got no way of verifying. Simple, right? And then they want to nail peeps like me so that all the info go down nice and easy without a second thought. So I'm saying it loud and clear, over my dead body. We got a right to think for ourselves. Keep coming back for more FreakSeek because I ain't going nowhere. Full speed ahead, baby. And then tax breaks my... What's up, Chumbers and Chumbettes? I got another grain of truth for you all. FreakSeek's always on the lookout. Let me start with a question. You know the Med Centre Hospital? I mean, who wouldn't, right? Besides the few of you all praying not to end up there because once they're through with you, you're hitting the bricks with a giant bill to boot. I'll start general and go specific. Every company optimises its taxes, right? Because if you can, you'd be a gonk not to. And what's the best way? Charity! Good money and PR in one fell swoop. Roses really do smell like poo-poo-hoo. But what can they really donate? Cash? Yeah, right. Equipment? They ain't that whacked. What don't you want to keep forever? Because they got an expiry date, but instead of throwing them away, you can donate them just before they go bad? Bingo! Meds. It's the perfect tax write-off. So what, you might ask? By and large, it's probably a good thing. Not so fast, Choom. It's a clever little smoke and mirrors racket that's hard to wrap your little skull sponge around. But that's why you got me. The hospital donates its expired, almost expired, meds to a different organisation every time, so they can't be accused of playing favourites, taking bribes and whatnot, except all those organisations are registered to companies in Pacifica. Only losses, zero activity, one bankruptcy after another. You all smell where this is going, right? Stanky. Now look here, because I did some actual field work that'd be worthy of media screen time or even a plug from that poser Max Jones. Anyway, those meds all end up in Dogtown. And I get you might still be saying, whatever, Tune, better than tossing them into the trash. Except once they get there, they slap on new expiry dates and pump them into the city. Our city. And you know where those trucks go? You guessed it. The Med Centre. Unmarked trucks, unmarked boxes, rear offloading area, irregular deliveries. Clever, but not clever enough to fool Freakseek. And therefore y'all too, 'cause I bet y'all ain't saying whatever now. So to sum up, charity? Check. Money? Yep. Some meds for Dogtown? Why not? Part of the expired meds making their way back to the hospital? Absolutely. All pros, no cons. Except for the patients, but who gives a about them? What matters is that their profit margins widen. Someone gets promoted. The accounting nerds are patting each other's backs, jerking each other off, padding their yearly bonuses, and us? Yeah, we're not part of that equation. You already know that Freakseek don't sugarcoat nothing. I only tell it like it is. No topics too heavy for this fool. Bring it. Okay, that was a difficult read. Let's look at bio. Yeah, who are you? I'm wondering that. Who the am I? You'll want to know who Freakseek is. Who wouldn't? Well, too bad. I know some of y'all out there want to nail me for libel, slander, what have you, so do yourself a favour and skip this section, because I ain't spilling no private deets. But if you're reading this because you also can't believe what reality we're living in, then I'm willing to make a little compromise and dish out a few random meaningful facts about yours truly, so that the reader will feel closer to the author and relate to his everyday life and personality, leading to stronger emotional engagement with the published content, blah blah blah. These fools mad tripping. Here you all go. 1. I keep my finger on the pulse, but not like the mainstream media. I rake the muck. I search high and low. I analyse and scrutinise, and I always tell it like it is. 2. I don't give a what you'll think of me. 3. I like all kinds of soda. If you want to open your eyes to the truth, then you've got to do is read Freakseek. So what are you all waiting for? I like Freakseek. It's limit. But you know, there was some good stuff in there, wasn't there? About what's happened with those meds that we were talking about. That ties in a little bit with the Haven Clinic one that we read before, doesn't it? I wish I could work out how to go back here without... See, if you exit, it takes you completely out, and that's not where I want to be. I'm going to read one more, I think. I'm going to read this one. Sharon Exotics. I think I've heard the name before from way back, when many episodes ago I was first finding out about car services in general in Night City. I think this was mentioned along with Delamain as well at that point. Sharon Exotics, worry-free luxury. Our company was founded to provide elite services to elite business and individual clients. We understand the importance of riding in comfort and style and ensure a high degree of flexibility. In our fleet, you'll find the latest luxury car models that are equipped and polished to the highest standard. Whether you're planning a long trip or a short leisurely drive, our vehicles will ensure a feeling of luxury at every turn. Thanks to the flexibility of our services, you can try out every car in our fleet depending on your needs and inclinations. Elegance for daily commutes and high speed and brown for a weekend romp. Our client managers will find the perfect solution to match your tastes. Complete your self-image with a car from Sharon Exotics. And our services... Oh, these are the vehicles. They've got a Rayfield Caliburn? Really? And they've got a Rayfield Erendite Guinevere. Ooh, that looks sleek. What? Page not found. This page cannot be displayed. For help, please contact Netwatch. Remember, never access private domains with the extension .web. Surf only domains with approved URL extensions, e.g. corp, pub, law. Do not upload daemons on public access computers. If you encounter a rogue AI, contact a Netwatch officer immediately and follow their instructions. Okay, I'm away from the laptop. We've done some reading, that was good. Now we need the secret entrance to the secret lair beneath the bar. And I get scammed here, don't I? Yeah. Let me in. I'm V. Yes, I love this. This is very Secret Agent. This is very James Bond. Take me to the boiler room. Oh, don't take me to the boiler room. You know what I mean. Take me downstairs to where's the boiler room, where it would be.
Been here before, Reed. Exactly like that. Remember last time we had this convo?
Eavesdrop.
And
yes, the rules is not that different. But the stakes are. The classic copy and paste of ID matching, bioscans, behaviorals, all bases covered.
Yeah, so like Medellin, or Night City a few years later. Let me see, global arms trade? Check. Personality theft? Check. Oh, and gross overconfidence? Big check. Thought you didn't believe in coincidences.
Alex.
Gave her free reign back then, too.
That's not exactly the same. Not an adequate comparison.
You know I'm right.
Okay, I am so glad that I overheard that and didn't, I expect, walk around the corner. I bet they wouldn't have carried on talking like that if I had walked around the corner. I was kind of meant and not meant to hear that. They present a unified team in front of me, but clearly there's history here, and Alex is particularly keen to pull in these instances where Reed, in her mind, got things wrong in the past. That's very, very interesting. Hello people, I'm here.
V, you're here.
I just said that.
It's about time too. We're nearly done finalizing the plan.
I'll bet you are. Ooh. There's a readable up there. I won't forget that readable. I won't forget it. Do you know what? I'm not going to forget it so much. I'm going to go up there and get it now before I go downstairs. There's another one over there as well. Oh, there's readables. Okay, let's do this. What's this? I will take this. EBM Petrochem Stadium, Night City. Though already analysed at length in its implementation of brutalist aesthetic design, see Lightweight M. Linden, not enough discussion has revolved around the stadium's likewise brutalist security system. The use of technology common to the prison industrial complex in the facility's security measures is an open, though largely ignored, secret. In particular, the architects placed special emphasis on crowd control and riot de-escalation. The stadium's sections are divided by blast doors, which are kept open during events but lowered during riots to quickly isolate small groups for easier pacification. However, in a controversial move, the designers granted full authority of all security measures to the system's resident AI. What does AI-regulated crowd control mean for judgment calls? Can it distinguish cyberpsychotic violence from that of self-defence? Will people fleeing a riot be permitted to leave, or trapped inside with the fire starters? Considering the literal fortune spent on the stadium's construction and technological development therein, most experts do not anticipate any sort of critical system failure that could lead to a disaster of that scale. Still, it appears rather obvious that this mega monument to Nighthawks football was built not with the fans and players at heart, but the corporate stakeholders who financed it. They've long known how to entertain the masses, now they know how to subjugate them.
Hey, join us.
Yeah, I'm coming. Don't worry. I've seen some shards, and they call to me. What's this?
V, join us.
I will shortly. Professor Susan Bear, medical opinion confidential. Preliminary report number 473, subject Song So Me, Songbird, compiled by Professor Susan Bear. Keynotes and observations. Agent Song does not fall into any category of disorder that would disqualify her from service. That is because, as things stand, we have no appropriate category for her ailment. Right now, So-Mi's symptoms do not seem to have an effect on her ability to carry out her duties. It is difficult to tell how long this will remain the case. Observations. Having analysed the recordings provided by the agency over the course of many years, I can only surmise Song So-Mi's overall well-being is at risk. The agent's micro-expressions reveal moments of panic, which currently do not affect her ability to hold a conversation, nor do they hinder her ability to carry out her duties. It has been ruled out that these fleeting moments of panic are the result of avoidant personality disorder. My working theory is that given the colossal amount of cognitive processes the agent is constantly subject to, she had to develop a strategy to mitigate the inevitable cognitive overloads. This leads to the agent cutting all processes at once, temporarily leaving her in a void, thoughtless. An average onlooker would be oblivious to these moments. What is most concerning is the visible increment in the duration of the aforementioned episodes of panic, paired with subtle personality shifts. A report detailing the personality shift will be sent out within a week. On their own, these could be attributed to the simple fact of growing older, yet in my opinion, they warrant undertaking a more thorough diagnosis of the agent in a laboratory setting. Conclusion. I believe that in Song So-mi's case, we can ill afford to deviate from the mandatory protocols. At this stage, my professional opinion is as follows. Agent Song So-mi requires care as well as additional extensive research into her ailment. I recommend she be suspended from service effective immediately and to send her to one of our research facilities where we will be able to conduct an official diagnostic process. Only then will we be able to issue an official medical opinion and recommendation for future treatments. To reiterate, I fully believe handling Song So-mi's case according to official protocol is the best way forward. Okay, so the agency was aware of aspects of her behaviour that were unusual, and she was investigated, and it was recommended that she be stood down and effectively given medical care and be studied to try to find out what on earth was going on. But the cause was interesting too, wasn't it? All of the cognitive overloads, the colossal amount of cognitive processes the agent is currently subject to. They knew what was causing it. The experts knew what was causing it. That's really interesting. I'm going to go backwards on myself now.
You gonna keep us waiting?
Yeah, I did. It's fine. I enjoyed keeping you waiting. I found out some juicy stuff by doing that. And I think it's good to know it now, actually, thinking about it before we speak.
Hey, join it.
I am joining you. I'm here. What's the fuss? Okay, he said it's about time to, we're nearly done finalising the plan, and because I overheard what I overheard, I could say, mission not to your liking, Alex. I'm going to be provocative.
Op not sitting well with you, Alex.
Yeah, come on.
Reminds me of a few other stitches we handled. One in particular sticks out. Before NC, we worked in Op in Colombia. Medellin. Song's
Not
first
now,
mission.
Alex. We have enough to do without digging up ancient history.
Oh. No. I'm sorry, Reed. You see, I like Alex. I think Alex is honest. I'm going to use the word advisedly.
We don't have all day.
She says it how it is. I don't think she's lied to me yet, at all.
What happened in Medellin? What was the op there?
Tell me. But first,
We
a drink.
had our sights trained on a guy who sat in the Colombian president's back pocket. Sold him smuggled Corp-Tech.
You saying the FIA pulls strings overseas?
A lot of what we do doesn't get printed in the norm sheets.
I believe that.
Anyway, we used stolen identities on that mission too. Things didn't go exactly as planned, but that's a long story.
Yeah, I can keep pushing here, and I'm not letting him fob me off here. The more I find out about the history of operations that he's been involved in, and maybe Alex, the better.
Think we can spare 60 seconds. Hell, might even learn something about So-mi that'll prove useful.
Yeah, I've pulled up a chair.
All right.
Let's do it.
Our person of interest was one Luis Hernandez, arms trading heavyweight. We aim to plant our own SA in his organization. Alex had adopted the identity of an engineer from Hernandez's entourage. She was our ticket in. She walks in to attend a meeting one day. She sees one of Luis's bikini model girlfriends prancing out on her way to walk his Doberman.
What?
Spending big money on kitsch luxury. It was kind of his MO.
Okay.
So what happened?
Well, So-mi had put together Hernandez's dossier. Problem was, an important detail slipped through the cracks. The engineer's abject fear of dogs. Cold sweat, shaky hands, soggy pant leg, that kind of fear.
What a giveaway.
When the Doberman sniffed Alex's knee, she pats him on the head and says, "Who's a good boy?" Then, she went to pull up a chair at Hernandez's table. Before she could sit down, they had 2 barrels to her head and one trained at the base of her spine.
I'm going to talk to Alex about this. Reed said enough. What did you do, Alex?
What did you do?
Well, my hands are bound, got a sack on my head. Hear a collapsible baton snap into place. Thwack. I did what anyone do in that sitch. I lied my fucking ass off. Don't sit quite straight to this day, though.
Okay, back to Night City, folks. With our sights trained on a new target.
Am I standing up too? Apparently I am. But they're going up there, and I haven't finished. I haven't explored this part of the area yet. Ooh, there's a thing over there. And there's a thing over there too. And there's a pizza. I'll catch you up, guys. I like this sleep pod thing here. This is really cool, isn't it? I mean... Oh dear. What did I just do? I thought I'd lock myself in. You can imagine sleeping in one of those things. Couldn't you? I saw something over here. I'm going to go and get it. What are you when you're about? It's a readable. It's a readable. I'm going to read it. There's so many readables. FIA Operational Recon in Dogtown. Barcast. Subgroup led by Ross Umer. Engaged in smuggling operations, contraband regularly includes arms, drugs, cyberware and biohacking products. Large and well-armed group on site. Voodoo Boys. Subgroup led by Netrunner Ao Zarin. Engaged in encryption of personal data running through the servers at the stadium. Provides regular net running and technological support to Barcast. Scavengers. Subgroup led by unknown, operational support needed. Primarily engaged in arms trafficking, contraband is transported under the guise of humanitarian aid shipments. Yeah, we know about that. We know. We found something relating to humanitarian aid shipments. Yes, very interesting, V. Where is my other readable? There it is. Is it going to be similar? No, it's a proper shard. Oh, right. Analytical summary. Dogtown, analytical summary. Keywords: Serenisans, Night City, Dogtown, Kurt Hansen, Barcast, Militech, Cynosure. Dogtown. An area of the outskirts of Night City controlled by a militia group known as Barcast. It is a former site of significant Militech investment. See article reference re Serenisans, Cynosure. Currently classified a level 2 threat to NUS security interests. Barcast. Militia organisation headed by Kurt Hansen, former Militech Colonel, ID. See also Operation Midnight Storm, operation number. Hansen implemented a military command structure to establish and exercise control. His inner circle consists mostly of former Militech soldiers who served under him during Operation Midnight Storm, see operation number. Barcast has known links to criminal organisations on every continent, see reference. These arrangements primarily involve the illegal trade and trafficking of weapons. Internally, Barcast enforces robust surveillance and rule of law within its area of control, yet has also consistently organised humanitarian aid to the district's poorest residents. Okay, that's something I wasn't fully aware of, but I guess you've got to try and keep the population happy to a degree, haven't you? Even someone like Hansen with Barcast at his beck and call. But can I see him as altruistic in any way? I'm not sure I can. Let's look at population. No official record exists of Dogtown residents or transients. Estimated population 6,000 to 8,000. Many residents are likely undocumented and or wanted persons in Night City or the NUS. Demographics are diverse, difficult to measure and subject to frequent change. Urban structure. Predominantly repurposed infrastructure from the initial Serenisans district development project, as well as the subsequent revitalisation attempt in the 2050s. Most structures remain uninhabited or have been minimally adapted to suit temporary habitation. Barcast has restored some buildings to conventional living standards. The majority of residents live in makeshift dwellings. Primary subjects of interest: 1. Remnants of Project Cynosure. 2. Militech deserters. 3. Barcast links to criminal underworld. 4. Covert Arasaka and Zetatech operations. Analytical summary. I like it. Take part in the briefing. I am taking part in the briefing. I'll follow them upstairs now, I think. It's very dark in here. She could have more lighting. I know it's like meant to be a secret underground lair, but that doesn't mean it has to be dull, does it? Can't you still have lights? I know I'm going the wrong way. It's okay. I'm just exploring. Yeah, okay. Back this way. Let's go follow them now. They went down here. They went up there. And that way. And I'm in another area where I picked up the shards a moment ago. Did I nearly miss you? How could I have done that? Wow. Let's do this one. Psychological evaluation, Colonel Kurt Hansen, serial number. Full name Kurt Hansen, rank Colonel, serial number. Reason for evaluation, routine. Risk of cyberpsychosis, low. IQ, above average. Danger to others, low. Danger to self, low. Commanding officer's note. An efficient and effective soldier. Direct communication and natural rapport with subordinates has earned him their trust and respect. At times, overly assertive with his superiors. Service record, reliable, consistent performance. To date, 1 incident on record. There's the reference. Psychological assessment. Exhibits a moderate tendency for insubordination and individualistic behaviour. Recommendation. Maintain closer oversight from CO while broadening his scope of responsibility in order to foster a sense of mutual trust and commitment. Performance outlook, good. Recommendation for further evaluation, no. But it sows the seeds, doesn't it, there, of what Hansen did when he was presented with the opportunity. He exhibited individualistic behaviour. He seized his chance. Insubordination. Very good. These shards in this particular location are entirely in keeping with the fact this is Alex's underground lair. This is just the sort of stuff I want to find here. There was somewhere around here a laptop. There it is. There is a laptop. Can I? Of course I can. Let's do this. Messages 3. Deliver number 263 from Daphne to Johnson. Hey there, honey. Could you rustle up a couple of kegs of beer for me? Short notice. Preferably the light stuff if you've got it. Donna's birthday is coming up on Thursday. Speaking of, you ought to stick around for it. Think you caught her eye last time. Not to mention you and me can talk about them price spikes you've been running into lately. Sound good? Okay, we didn't get a reply to that one. Film screenings at the Moth from Sylv to Daphne. Been thinking maybe we mix things up for the next screening. Say Tarantula or maybe The Mole People? From Daphne to Sylv. Yeah, we could, but why? Gone with the Wind, not your cup of tea? From Sylv to Daphne. No, it is. It definitely is. But I think B-movies can show us glimpses back into the society of the time just as well. I know. Gable's iconic line and all that. But those old classics keep pulling on the same nostalgic retrotopian strings. From Daphne to Sylv. Not sure I see that as a problem. Kind of the whole point, creating a brand new reality, not just a reproduction of it. From Sylv to Daphne. Yeah, well, this new reality is kind of tame. I say we show something from the weirder corners of Hollywood. From Daphne to Sylv. Tame? Seriously? What about The Wizard of Oz? But whatever, it's fine. Then I say we do a double screening. From Daphne to Sylv. That work for you, Sylv? From Sylv to Daphne. Sure, sounds perfect. Thanks, Daph. Okay. That's also an interesting message to read, isn't it? The way that they're sort of trying to explore the different aspects of how society was portrayed in the past and what it represents. Barghest Bulletin. Notice to all entrepreneurs. Due to the recent incident in Luxor Heights, we feel it necessary to make it abundantly clear that all business ventures in Dogtown must adhere to Barghest structures. All are required to visit the Office of Business Operations located in the Black Sapphire. If you're found to be operating an unauthorised business, excuses such as "I didn't know" or "I couldn't find the office" will be summarily dismissed and considered an insult to the intelligence of the on-duty Barghest officer, resulting in severe penalties. Above all, we encourage honesty, transparency and social responsibility. New liaison officer at Longshore Stacks. Attention all Longshore Stacks residents, we are pleased to announce a new liaison officer has been appointed to assist with Barghest community relations in your neighbourhood. Please welcome Officer A. Gibson warmly and with open arms as he joins fellow officers Biffle and Miller soon. We look forward to seeing what good things are in store through our mutual support. Update on medical supplies. Additional information on the delivery of medical supplies is expected soon. Barghest always keeps your health in mind and strives to maintain regularity with important shipments. We'd also like to take this opportunity to remind you that organised demonstrations of dissatisfaction are not only counterproductive but are strictly prohibited. Yes, sweetening the pill. Let's look at files. Notes. Oh, this is all coded. S on WEDS, 12 kegs, 4 to H, 8 to V, settled. TC shots from V on Q. Update inventory sys. A didn't show, K involved. I cannot possibly at this moment try to make sense of that. I'll have a look at it when I'm editing probably and come back to it and think about it. Yeah, there's just too much going on there. I'll be back to that. Right, I've got to take part in the briefing. I'm well aware of this. I'm late for the briefing because I've been hovering around down here. I think I've got everything that's in here. I think so. All right, let's take ourselves up the stairs then. Briefing time.
We've parsed the intel from the shard Somi gave us. It's a solid foundation for the mission we want to run.
All right, okay.
Surveillance, recon, data gathering, planning, it's all done.
Excellent.
It's high time we righted some wrongs of the past.
Fuck off, Reed. Give it a rest, will ya? Nothing here's your fault. Woman's an adult, made her own decisions. Consequences caught up to her.
No, she was manipulated. There was no one around who could have had her back.
That's interesting.
Here, V. Mission details on this.
This? Shard. I can take it and say Alex has it right. I can take the shard and say we'll get her out of this. See, I think both those things are true.
You with us, V?
I'm not sure this was the fault of Reed. I want to digress for a second. Numerous people in the last few episodes said to me, now that Reed's had this little tete-a-tete, this falling out and chat with you and all the rest of it, it's all been sorted out. You understand more about his past.
Listening?
You can watch the Phantom Liberty trailer without danger of there being any spoiler content in it, and I do intend to do that. I will watch it. I'll probably do it as part of an episode. I'll put it in. I don't do reaction trailers as such, but it's almost like that trailer is now a bit of lore which fits in at this particular point, so I will be doing that. Right, I'm going to take the shard and say Alex has it right.
Alex nailed it. If anyone's to blame, it's Myers, not you.
You might be right, but so am I.
Shard goes in.
Right, our objective, to free Somi from under Hansen's duress. Unfortunately, this ain't a normal rescue op, because, well, she's been infected with something from beyond the Black Wall, a consequence of her service to the NUS and President Myers.
Yes, this we know.
I'm not about to pretend I understand the tech whys and hows. The important thing is, if she doesn't get treatment, it'll kill her.
The cure is an AI that lives on a neural matrix. Hansen possesses said matrix now. We aim to seize it.
I guess this is summarising for those people who may not have found every bit of evidential lore during the earlier parts of the game. I am listening. I'm thinking. You could tell me more about the neural matrix, however. You might know more here than we know already.
So this neural matrix, how much do we know?
Here comes Alex.
Experimental tech nested in a mainframe that someone dragged up from deep beneath Dogtown. From a bunker, to be exact. Part of Project Cynosure, a
Cynosure.
joint U.S. Militech operation mounted in a bid to counter Arasaka's Soul Killer. The Matrix itself is a functional container. It houses an AI from beyond the Black Wall, and its design lets the user deploy the AI for a specific purpose. In our case, to fix you in Songbird.
Oh my heaven, they've got a pet AI. How dangerous is that? That's the plan. It says, what's the plan? I'm thinking, that's the plan?
Following along all right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Plan. Let me hear it.
Give me the deets. Deet me.
Hansen to meet with the net runners you already know. The meeting itself is our chance to get close to Song and the Matrix. Hansen hired the French duo because they worked for Militech years back.
Right.
They know its security protocols inside out.
Also, they're selling Hansen access codes. Handy when Songbird goes to extract the Matrix from the Cynosure mainframe. Hansen's gunning for data from what he knows was a secret Militech and US research project. He has no idea the neural matrix is in there too. Runners, scans, and behaviorals we have. Now we just need to take those twins out of the equation.
I'm sorry, what? You mean, you're not, oh, kidnapping. You're not talking about killing them. Flashbacks here to the guys who were looking after Myers.
You with us, V?
Yes, I'm very, very with you. Okay. The idea of trying to harness an AI to do this is frankly terrifying. More on the twins, please.
Emmerich and Aurora Cassell. We know anything more beyond what we saw firsthand?
Yep. Songbird put together full profiles for both.
Of course she did.
Super short brief. They got their start at Militech and dove in deep. That is, till they learned the pay's better on the dark side.
Yeah, I buy that. Sure didn't hide their love of Eddie's.
They didn't.
Mm-hmm. Gonna miss that next paycheck, because they ran into us. We're gonna nab them before they reach Hansen.
We are going to kidnap them. Is that what you're proposing? Yeah, I mean, someone said about the female of the twins.
Following along all right?
She was very forward in her approach to V, and I said in the comments, I think she was just being playful. I think it's just her nature. That's what she does. This is how she unsettles and unnerves people while she's sussing them out, working out what they are, who they are, what they're up to. It was a very effective tactic.
Following along all right?
And she was good at it. I am. So kidnapping, that's what we're really saying here?
So we kidnap them. How we want to do this?
How?
They're driving a rental while in NT, an exploitable opening. We're gonna track their ride and hijack it before they reach Hansen at the stadium. That's where you come in, V. We'll need you to breach the rental firm's tracking system. Alex will fill you in later.
Okay.
Once we have the runners, you'll take their place. The behavioral imprints are tuned already.
Right. And Sharon Exotics, which we just read about on the laptop. If we hadn't read that little link there wasn't. I love those links. They're so satisfying.
Are you even listening?
Yes. Do you know he's doubting me now because of that performance with the sniper rifle? I'm under the microscope here. I think I'm on like a performance review. I can feel myself being reviewed.
And you're rolling all this, Reed?
Apart from telling
I'm
me what
drawing
to
up
do.
your exfil route. Once you complete the mission, you need to get out in a hurry. I'll provide transport, make sure the path's clear and problem-free.
I've got to say, I'm so glad Alex is around here and it's not just you and me doing this. She might keep a sort of overview of Reed to make sure he doesn't mess this up or mess me up. I can't believe she'd be party to that. She wouldn't be complicit in that. So the last stage, meet with Hansen?
Brings us to the final stage, right? Meeting with Hansen.
Right. Where you'll sell him the access codes to the mainframe. In other words, the key to unlocking your medicine cabinet.
I understand.
One of you will join Somi in the lab to feed in the codes when needed. Hansen's likely to keep the other at his side. Collateral.
I'll stay with Hansen, you'll join Songbird. Once the data floodgates are open, you'll signal me. Gonna disarm Hansen, take him and his guards out.
You're going to what? You're going to do that by yourself on your own with nobody with you? I'm talking to Reed though here.
You with us, V?
Yeah, I'm more worried about Alex than I'm worried about you. I think you can take care of yourself, but I'm not sure Alex has been an active field agent for a long time now. I can't necessarily say the same about Solomon Reed. He's been a sleeper agent, But that
Are you
doesn't mean
even
he's been up to nothing for all those years.
Hansen and his goons. Aim to handle them on your own?
Can do a lot more than play dress-up, thank you. Plus, element of total surprise in my corner. Still, sweet of you to worry.
I mean, don't think for a moment that I was in any sense underestimating your abilities. I think you're equally able compared to Solomon Reed when it comes to being an FIA agent.
Are you even listening?
It's purely the fact that he strikes me as more of the man of action when it comes to this, and you're more of the intel-based person. Wow, you mean to kill Hansen? Is that part of this?
Sounds like Flatline and Hansen set in stone.
Order came directly from Myers. Confirmed at the state. He took a potentially lethal swipe at the president of the NUS.
And Songbird?
Ooh, pause.
We have to rescue her. Myers told you as much yourself. All clear? If you have any questions, now's the time to ask.
I did not like that 2-second pause there. Why did he need to stop to think? Because he didn't want to say the first thing that came into his head. Why could he not say the first thing that came into his head? Because there's stuff in his head he didn't want me to hear. I didn't like that one tiny bit. Myers has ordered this.
Hello? Earth to V?
I mean, this is tit for tat, isn't it? In her mind, he tried to kill her, and now she's going to do the same in return. Alright, so we know more about what's going on the ground here. How much did you tell Myers?
How much have you told Myers? What's she know?
That Somi's fallen into the hands of the man who's organized the downing of Space Force 1.
Is that all?
All for now.
I don't like that either. Whose side are you on?
We don't have all day.
He says he's not telling Myers everything that we know. Question, why not? He says he has this feeling that, you know, in some ways he's responsible for Songbird, even though Alex says it's not down to you. This is down to her. She's an adult. She made her own choices. He doesn't feel that way because he trained her. He brought her into this situation in the first place. Tell me again about our overall goal. Now, not because I've forgotten it, but because I just want to see if the tale changes slightly by you repeating it.
Main goal. Want to make sure I'm clear.
It's bringing Songbird free from Hansen's iron grip. And seizing tech that's gonna save your lives. You and Alex enter the stadium as Hansen's visiting netrunners. Disguise is our key to the hub.
Tell me again what's first. Go on, let's
First step.
What
was it again?
Securing a trace on the netrunner's car. This bit's on you. Alex will expand on that in a minute.
I bet you will.
Meanwhile, we'll make sure the personality data and imprints are airtight.
It would appear we've exhausted the briefing. Okay, I'm going to stand
Things
up.
couldn't be clearer. Let's get to work.
Alex is going to get to work. Where's Alex going?
So, time we talk nabbing the runners?
Cover that in a minute.
Yes, apparently I'm going to be following her downstairs. But Reed is staying up here with me. He's going to make himself a chai latte. He's not. He looks like he wants to chat, but there's no chat thing. Ooh, okay. What's this? Oh, this is the stadium, hence the readable that was next to it.
Stadium.
Hansen's made it a one-stop shop for the world's smugglers and warlords. Fighting a war at the edge of the world and short a Panzer company or two? No problem. You meet with Hansen, transfer the ads, he gives a signal. Before you know it, your new tanks are being delivered in international waters, dropping out of orbit if necessary.
Okay. Ooh, hello. We have another readable on the table. This downstairs lair is crammed with stuff worth reading. What is this? Oh, hello. Click, click, click. Isn't this Kurt Hansen? I think it might be. It is.
Kurt Hansen. Bit younger, looks like. Guess the royal asshole look is nothing new.
A still from the Unification War days. Night City, Operation Midnight Storm. He was in command. His unit was spread out along the bottom of an open storm channel awaiting reinforcements. An Arasaka supercarrier docked in the bay instead.
So they get exfilled? What? Hansen loved NC so much he came back years later?
No. NUS Militech Command left them to die. The op got swept under the rug, so Hansen did eventually claim the zone. Just not for us. The man he is today, the situation we're in, it's all the fruit of poor decisions we've made.
Yes, it is, actually. When you trace back the fact that Hansen got the opportunity to do what he did, knowing that his evaluation had pointed out this potential for him requiring close supervision to prevent him going off and doing his own thing, and then everything else that followed, you can see the breadcrumb trail here back into history. You can connect the dots going back to see how this happened. There's an inevitability to it, I think. I spotted a laptop here, which I can't interrogate. That's a shame. Ooh, but there is a board here I can interrogate. Okay, so I'm going to stand sideways here because I think I'm going to need to look at Reed. He seems to be chirping into things when I see them. So Hansen built his own army, or I can say it's ex-Militech at the core. I'm going to do that one. Are these guys all ex-Militech? You shouldn't look too close to this, I think, for what you might see. But let's try this.
Barghest's core in a circle. Ex-Militech commandos?
A specific op brought them to NC under Hansen's command. They're only a dozen or so strong. Outside looking in, they seem rock solid. Actually, they're anything but. Without Hansen, the command structure crumbled.
Yes, that I can well believe, because we've already picked up on instances of explicit dissent between Barghest people talking about Hansen. They're not the only ones who are opportunistic, it would appear. They share that trait with him. So he built his own army.
Honestly, did this one chum manage to build an army inside NC? That's just wild to me.
The bulk of his force are local thugs. Hansen's inner circle equipped him, trained him, albeit minimally. They're overgrown kids. They do something street level to get noticed. They get a gun. Staying alive gets some bulletproof vest or some other contraband toy. That's how it works.
Goons with prototype iron that fell off the back of a truck. Nova.
I love this sort of place. I love the way it kind of... It's like revealing parts of a picture that's covered up with tissue paper. You're stripping away the bits of tissue paper and seeing more of the whole thing. And the more you see of the whole thing, the more self-supportive it is, the more it makes sense. Alex's underground lair is terrific. It's very secret agent. I like it. I think I've got to go downstairs and talk to her now. Let me go and do this. Now I think I've stripped this place, but I'm not going to take anything for granted. Didn't just go blue then? No, but there is something here. Ooh, what is this? Let me take it. It's an NDI Osprey Tier 5 Plus iconic power sniper rifle. I mean, I've already got one, but 200% headshot damage multiplier, 50% armor penetration. We have heavy weapon, slightly reduces movement speed. Holding the trigger while shooting from the hip allows it to fire in full auto. Fires a powerful series of explosive rounds. Headshots increase damage from hip firing. Neutralizing multiple enemies increases reload speed and chance to apply burning. What doesn't this thing do? Okay. That's another curious thing to pick up, courtesy of someone just leaving it around for me to find. This is definitely her kind of armory, I guess you would call it. Is that the right word for it? I think it might be. Let me go speak to her. Oh, we've got lots of things we can talk about. Ah, yeah. Is he out of earshot? I think he is. He hasn't got cyberware. So, Alex...
You know way better than I do. What he thinks. What's his true aim here? Saving so me or carrying out a mission?
Yeah, come on, Alex.
Saul imagines he's responsible for her. Always has. Thinks he's responsible for all of us. Hell, even for you, I bet. It's how he keeps his grip on reality. Life. With mixed results, mind you.
And so me?
Same story as always. Dares, lands neck deep in shit, somehow crawls out. Rinse and repeat.
The way she talks about Reed, she's quite forgiving and almost excusing things that might be seen or interpreted wrongly about him. So she's clearly still got respect for him, even though I overheard that little spat they had. But this isn't anything to do with Myers, is it? She doesn't know exactly what's going on here, does she?
Myers doesn't know the deets of this op, does she? Never will. Is that right?
I think so.
It's not wrong.
So we serve Hansen up on a silver platter. It'll be salutes and handshakes. Shit goes sideways, we're royally fucked.
Yes.
Welcome to the agency.
Yes. I have a feeling that we'll be disavowed. If anything goes wrong here, it won't be anybody's official business what we've been doing.
Scabbed out your tongue?
No. But it's got my brain. It's definitely got my brain. Oh, man. So what does she make of all this? I would love to know. Do you really think we can pull this off?
And any for your thoughts, Alex? About all this?
Honestly, still wondering why neither of us went back to DC. Not me, not Reed.
They put him to sleep. Saddle you with a Dogtown assignment.
Yes, they did.
Who are you kidding? Say we disobeyed orders, gone back. Addressing down by some bureaucrat would be the worst we'd have had to endure. Think we were both waiting for something, like the downing of Space Force 1. Probably makes us a sad fucking pair of hypocrites.
No, I don't think it does. I think it makes you extraordinarily perceptive that the pair of you realised there was a purpose to you being there. And in fact, whoever put you in that position probably also felt this too. You were a kind of insurance policy. You were the, in case of danger, break glass of this situation, weren't you? You were already in place, the pair of you. That's really quite astute. If she really sees things that way, she understands more than she lets on about the way things really are. Let's talk about the carjacking.
Intercepting the runners. How do we do that?
Explain, please.
They're driving a rental. Plans to break into the rental service system.
I know.
Karen Exotics. Specializes in rare models. Karen has tracking stations around the city. Gain access to those, we find the car easy.
Got it.
There's a station not far, near Pacifica Serenity Bible Church. Check it out.
I've been there. How do these tracking stations work?
The stations, how do they work exactly?
They ping vehicle IDs across the network, monitor location, tire pressure, all of that.
Yes.
Hack them, and it'll be open season on the runners.
We're going to need to triangulate, though, so he's quite right. One station won't be enough to do that, will it?
V.
Find it hard to believe taking one station will be enough. Rental agencies got rare rides to protect.
See if I can find more info. If the one's not enough, we'll improvise.
So, breach the station, trace the car. Good. What then?
Use this little doodad. It'll pop the locks on the doors, let you take complete control from the trunk.
I like doodads. That looks a good-looking doodad. As doodads go. That's really nice. Looks, sounds, smells risky. Do you know what is interesting here is she hadn't thought about what he said about needing more than one of these points to gain access to the car.
Scabbed out your tongue?
No, but the more parts there are to this task, the more likely it is that failure gets introduced.
Dunno. Anything goes wrong, I'll be stuck in there.
You will.
Suck it up. This is FIA trunk ops, soldier. Seriously, though, the tech just works. And we'll have your back the whole way.
And here I am with Her Majesty in slot 1. A relatively untried gun. Take the gizmo.
Sounds simple enough.
Yeah.
Tech worth tens of thousands can help any plan go off like a dream. When you think you're nearest station, scan your surroundings.
Okay.
They're not concealed. Shouldn't be tough to spot.
Get right on it.
I will get right on it. I think she's finished. I also don't think she's going to let me use her laptop while she's sitting there. Leave the safe house. I will. Let me out of here. I think we're done. I think everywhere that I needed to go here I've been. I think I've scanned everything that was scannable. Pretty much. It's possible. I may have missed the occasional thing here, but I want to get moving. We've been down in this place for a while now. So yeah, let's do this. What was that then? Something is twitching. I can't see what it is. Can you see what's doing that? I can't see. Never mind, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go. Sometimes that happens, I think. The red lighting too. It's a bit like being in a submarine, isn't it? You know? It's like the red lighting is so that your night visual acuity is accented. But completely unnecessary when you think that it isn't meant to be a place of action, this. It's simply meant to be a secretive place. Where only us agents get to go. I'm not an agent, but you know what I mean. Let me out. I demand exit. Hey. Person at the bar.
Long-awaited repairs to Ring Road East may begin as
I'm going to exit here and I'm going to take a proper comfort break. I'll be back in a moment. Oh, wait a second.
B, heads up. I can't talk long, but two things, quickly. First, good news. I managed to upgrade your relic's firmware. You'll see what I mean in a minute.
Ooh.
Don't worry. Completely painless.
I just got 3 relic points. Thanks very much for that, Songbird. That's impressive. She's going to take credit for it.
Relic upgraded. How'd you manage it? No easy feat, I guess, till we can take that advanced.
Let's say I've had extra time on my hands. More than I expected.
Don't worry. We're getting you out of there.
I know.
Right, so the second thing, it's a good job this person can't hear this conversation.
First, good news, you said. So there a second thing?
Here we go.
Right. It's super important. Stays between us. It's gotta. Proof of my trust. I'm sending you coordinates. Come after dark. We should be able to talk freely.
Okay.
Okay, need to Delta, but see you soon.
So, my task list has just gone to include meet Songbird between 11 PM and 1 AM. It's only 5 o'clock heading towards. And then I've got to access the tracking station transceiver. And also I've got 3 relic points to spend. I'm going to take that comfort break now. Back in a sec. Back from my break. I've advanced time, as you can see. It's roughly 9:30 now. It says to meet Songbird between 11 PM and 1 AM, so that's what I'm hoping will happen. Also, I've got selected to access the tracking station transceiver as the next thing we do on the map. And if we pop to see where this is, it's 1 kilometre away. I'm not going to walk it because, again, we're up against time here. and I'm trying to make it happen so that we're in that time slot for meeting up with Songbird. It's telling us to do the transceiver first, so that we shall do. I took the opportunity to leave the office door open in the hope that it would cool the place down somewhat, and it didn't really work. It was 26 when I went out, it's 26 now I've come back in. My wife was sitting outside in the lovely weather, reading a book, listening to some music. I hope to join her in doing that later. I'll certainly be ready for it, but for now, let's get moving. So I've got things to talk about while we're on the way, which we shall do, as I said. I've got loads of these on my iPad from last episode and the one
Here's to you, Carnalito.
before.
I don't think I'd recognize you on the street today.
Oh dear.
Your room's exactly the way you left it. Just as messy as the day you disappeared. I ain't your criada, boy. And you clean it when you come back. And I'll introduce you to Sofia, her baklava. Oh, man. You just have to try it. There's so much catching up to do. It's been 10 years. Was it 11 already?
The tequila won't be helping him with this. It's been 10 years and he looks to be, I would say, in his early 30s. So when this person disappeared, he would have been in his 20s to mid-20s. I think it might have been his son. I don't know. It could have been a brother, I suppose, but living with him and his room. Maybe it was a brother. Perhaps it was. Sophia's obviously his output, who wasn't around when that person was around. The kids are still here trying to sell things.
Filters! Injection pumps! All original!
Go home, it's 22:10 at night. It's going dark, for goodness sake. You shouldn't be out doing that. No matter how much your parents are trying to encourage you to develop a career, as I've said before. Not at this time of night. It's not the sort of place, is it, Pacifica, where you feel that you just go out to walk for some exercise at this time of night. It really isn't. Red drop incoming, which I'm going to ignore because we're against the clock here, as I've said. We do have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Indeed, we do. One of the things that came in was the colour of the twins' hair at the Black Sapphire. And black was the colour of their hair, which it shouldn't have been apparently. They were supposed to be redheads. Someone also said there was an issue with Songbird's hair. Obviously I can't really say anything to confirm or refute it because it's my first time playing through the game. I don't know what colour they're meant to be on screen, that is. So, hi Archie. I'm favouring bikes a bit at the moment as well, I've noticed, in certain circumstances. So yeah, that's a thing. Someone said it had happened, I think, on Xbox to them as well. And the thing to do was to just reload from a previous save. That also seems to be quite a common feature in gaming, doesn't it? They'll turn it off and turn it on again, reincarnated as that. Into anybody's walls around here at this time of night. When you see vehicles that have got chevrons on them like that, it does make you wonder what exactly is going on. So that was that. Another thing that came up was the thing someone had mentioned to me before about how do you tell if a body's alive or dead. Point your gun at it, and if the reticle stays unchanged, then they're dead, and if it's red, then they are still alive. As far as I understand it, that's how it works. They also said, why is it, we have explained this to you before, but you don't seem to have assimilated it. No, it's because when you're trying to juggle 120 balls in the air, learning everything, the 121st ball sometimes gets dropped, and that is the 121st ball in this situation. So I had been told it before, it hadn't sunk in. Now I've actually mentioned it, maybe it will. Next thing, I mentioned recently I'd been asked by a few people over the ages, going back a while now, probably ever since I was sent the statuette there by CDPR, whether it was possible to send items to me. I think they're talking about things they've made, craft items, to a physical postal address, and I'd had to sort of say to them I didn't have a facility for doing that. Creators don't give out their home addresses. It's not something we do. We don't give out personal contact details. The channel has an email address, however. So I asked this question of people saying, is there a solution? Does anybody know? And a few people who are UK based chipped in with ideas, one of whom said, PO boxes. That's a situation with the post office in this country where you can kind of rent a facility for having parcels dropped off which you can then collect. But it's like £350 a year it starts at. And for a hobby channel, that's a lot of money. So that wasn't really tenable. But then another person said, did you think about using InPost? And when they mentioned it, it suddenly rang a bell, because it's not near me, particularly where I live, that this facility exists. But when I'm running sometimes, when we've been out in the car and I've gone off running, we go to places where it's nice to run sometimes, I've passed these boxes and wondered what they are. Basically, InPost is like a drop locker thing, where the person sending the parcel, as I understand it, takes it to a locker, pays for it, and then it's collected and delivered to another locker specified by the recipient, who then can go and collect it. They get a message on their phone to say there's a parcel for you. And it's as simple as that, as far as I understand it, domestically at least, not internationally, that is. So what I would say is this: if anybody is mad keen to use this, and it's not something I'm asking for at all, I'm simply responding to questions people have asked me if they could do this, please. If you want to be able to do that, then please send an email to the channel email address, and I can from there tell you which particular InPost it is that I'll be able to, at some point at least, pick the parcel up from. It would mean going there and going for a run as part of it, which is no bad thing. So that's that. Thank you. I'll get on my bike now because it's 10:20 p.m. and my tracking station transceiver is over here. This is where I found that dead body of the woman who'd been trying to blow up the church. I bet she's not there anymore. But there. Oh, hello. Transceiver it's an access point. I get that. Let me neutralise all enemies now as well. They're voodoo boys and voodoo girls. You're right, I could ping them. But hello. Don't take such an exception to me already. We've only just met. You don't even know me. I'll pop over here. I will try and ping one actually, because I can only see 3, but there may be more. No, it looks like there's 3. Right. Alright, so I mean, it might be possible to stealth them in many ways here. I could creep up behind them, I could use a knife, but I did say I was going to make this an episode of using Her Majesty, and so Her Majesty will be used. He didn't see that, or did he? Maybe he did. Don't worry about it at all. You have a lie down. You too. 3 for 3. Area hostile. It still says neutralise all enemies near the transceiver. Oh, there are people on the lower level. The tracing will fail because I've got self-ice. It failed. Yeah. I think I've upset them. I'm not picking the body up. I'll do some looting while I'm here, though, if I can do it without being seen. That was a bit foolish. Raising up like that. Alright. Maybe. Is that explodable? I think it might be. Maybe I should try a ping of the people down here. Let's do that. See how many of you there are. That arm is waving in the air there. That's creeping me out somewhat. Oh, we're discussing Brigitte. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can tell you now, if they're looking into who was responsible, Step Forward V, we had a hand in that. I mean, so did Alt, to be fair. But, you know, we were there, kind of thing. Oh, now you're walking next to something that might go boom boom. Is that boom boom bubble? Yes, it is. Let's do it. One down. And 2 down. And 3 down. Neutralize all enemies. We've done it. It's 10:44 PM. The timing's pretty good here for 11 o'clock and meeting with Songbird. That's assuming we can actually get into this tracking station transceiver and it's not too difficult. I think we're done up here. I think I can go down safely. There is a ladder. I'm not going to use it because reasons. It's all good exercise. It's good of them to land in a kind of pattern here. I may have missed a weapon or two up there. You're quite right. But again, I'm against the clock here and I don't want to be too long in doing what I'm doing because my window is about to open for talking to Songbird, and boy do I want to meet Songbird. I really, really want to meet Songbird. Is that it? I believe it is. I do like these little areas they've got here though, with tables and chairs where they can sit and, you know, look out over the city. It's a bit misty tonight, so the visibility is somewhat hampered, I think. Right. Anyways, here's my tracking station transceiver. Put your gun away. Which has got an access point and I can jack in. So puzzle, I'm betting. Oh no, puzzle. We're just downloading the encryption key. Alright. We're not downloading the encryption
Just great.
key. Calling Alex? Alex?
Got a problem, Alex. Gonna take more than breaching one station to recreate the encryption key.
Right.
Fuck. Give me a sec.
Didn't we know that already?
Okay, got another station for you to try.
Good. Excellent. One more will be enough. I mean, we did suggest back at the base that there might be a need to do this more than once, but I thought it was a triangulation thing. I didn't think it was getting parts of a key.
Think we're good with just one more?
It's a car rental company, for Christ's sake. How sophisticated a system can they have?
Yeah, but it's a luxury car company, so the money involved will be substantial, which would probably mean they could afford a very decent security system. This is interesting. I can say, let me try a remote link, which means I don't have to go to the coordinates she's just sent me. Or I can say, let's get this done, which means I will go to the coordinates, I imagine, that she's just sent me. I actually don't mind the travelling, because it's a thing. You know, to be able to do these things is interesting, rather than missing them out. So I'm going to go with the top one.
Let's get to it.
Good luck out there. And raise Reed soon as you grab that encryption key.
Brilliant. And oh, that's weird. It defaulted very briefly to meet Songbird between 11 PM and 1 AM, and then it didn't. Okay. So does that mean I've got to get this second one done now before I can meet Songbird? Oh, in which case I'd better put a wriggle on here. Let me go.
Contract is a contract. You can't just turn your back on it.
But circumstances have changed.
We're still in Pacifica, are we not?
Yes, we are. Last time I looked.
Take care of your own. 2, don't cheat your own.
Yeah.
The rules don't get any simpler.
Yeah, we don't like it when people go backwards on things they've said they're going to do here in Pacifica. It's telling me to go to the second tracking station transceiver, so I'm going to drive to that one too. I think it says 750 metres away. I've got time. It's 11:15. It's not a problem. I do want to meet Songbird. I don't want that time window to expire on me, so yeah, I'm not stopping for any private wars going on. Let's do this. The thing about whether shards are randomly distributed, by the way, also came up for further discussion, and I did try and do as much digging as I can, and from what I've found out, It seems they are not randomly distributed. It is decided by the programming within the game. It can appear as if shards are random because sometimes the content of them, the subject that they're talking about, the lore that's being expounded upon, doesn't seem related to the location you're in or the things that you're involved in doing at the time or the characters who are present in that location. However, that is my sort of interpretation of that is that it's a clever mechanism within the game to give a feeling of randomness when actually it's not. It's you know, sort of prescribed. But yeah, it's a thing. That's as far as I got with my research looking into it. And if anyone knows any differently, and I say knows, meaning you know, you've done research too, I guess, that's better than mine, by all means join in, but I think we're probably there with the shards and whether they are random or not. I've got bad people down here. I've got very bad people down here.
Escape!
What is it they're doing? They look like they're breaking into those machines. This is 6th Street Gang. I can't be doing with that. They are. They're breaking into those machines. Stop that. With a grenade. And indeed. Ooh. How did you survive that? Because you are specially enabled to survive that. There he is. I don't think you'll survive. Uh-oh. That's for you. It went too far. Reload. I might have to yinglong here. Excuse me while I have a yinglong. There we go. That's the weapon for the occasion, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, I don't really want to. I think I might need something special to pick those bodies up in, actually. So yeah, no, that's not happening. Are there any bits of anything left here worth picking up? There is. There's a sidewinder. Right. How does one gain entrance to this building? There was a door, was there not? Let's do that. I think it was round the front. It was pointing me up here originally. Oh, it's not a door. Access the second tracking station transceiver. I'm going to access it. I think I'm going to access it. Is it above me then? Of course it's above you. It's there, look. I've got to get onto that roof. Okay. Ah! Darn it. How can you do that? I've got double jump, you're quite right, but I don't know whether double jump would have actually done it in that circumstance. I don't know whether it's a double jump I need. Maybe and maybe not.
Looking for something? Won't find it here. Nothing to find.
I've already found it. Who are you anyway? Luca Soto wants to talk to me. This is it. I found what I was looking for. So what are you on about? Oh, is that your mummy? She looks like she's out of it.
Hey, that your mom? She doing all right?
Uh-huh. She's fine.
Sure about that? Dunno. Maybe you ought to tell someone.
Nah, she just came down from 2 days of BDing. She'll wake up soon, snarf a scop dog, and cry about having a headache. She always does that.
So, why would I say work for Sharon Exotics? Am I just trying to excuse my presence on the roof here? It didn't seem very necessary to do this.
Karen Exotics. I work for him. Need to fix our transceiver.
Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, Doris is out of it. And Brandon doesn't care because Brandon's playing on his tablet. Yeah, let's access the second transceiver. Jack in. We're in. Not again.
Worked.
Alex.
It ain't working?
Oh no, not Alex.
Jesus. You want a hint? I can tell you how to fix it if you really want to fix it.
Oh.
Old people need help with this stuff sometimes.
Cheeky.
So, yeah. Turn it off first, then turn it back on. You know, I can tell you where to look for the on button for 1,000 ads. Interested?
No. In a word, I'm not. I mean, do I have to answer this question now? No, I don't think I do. I think I can have a look around, can't I? Let me have a look around. It's got to be something. There has to be a button then, doesn't there? There's got to be something. Oh, this is a big area, though. This is a big area. Ooh, careful. You're on the edge of the roof. Yellow boxes are always interesting. Yes, do it. This might be it. I'm not paying for a tip. I'm not giving 1,000 eddies.
Fuck.
Oh. Oh, okay. I am going to give her 1,000 eddies. It turns out I don't think I can do this. I should have given you the money. It still says it's alright, I'll manage. Go on, let's do it.
Okay.
Time's going by.
All yours.
It's 12:10.
Nova. Done deal.
Switch. Where is it?
I don't know exactly. Around here. Telling you where to look, not where to find it. Just like I said. We'll play hot and cold. If you're close or far, we'll holler hot or cold.
Oh, you're kidding.
Let's start playing. Ooh, chew. Like we said, ice cold.
Follow the hint. I reckon it's over that far side. I reckon it's over there somewhere. It might be on the other building. That's a good point. The search zone extends to the other building.
Ice cold.
It's not over here. Are you sure? Yeah, she's sure. Although the zone extends down here as well. I'm still inside the search area. She's not giving me any vocal clues at all. Even though I'm inside the search box. So it can't be over here at all. I am wrong. Very, very wrong. I'm going to need to stand on here. I'm going to need to do a double jump to get me back over to there.
Ice cold.
But I thought it was this end because I saw this box, but it was a decoy apparently. Oh.
Warmer.
Oh, good, good. Hang on, there's a box over this side too. Could it be this? Yes, it could.
Hot! Red hot!
Restart the power.
What the fuck? My BD! No! And the best fucking bit, too! Jackass power grid?
I've just cut someone's power off. I've just cut someone's power off.
Woohoo! Yeah! We're back on, baby!
And it reset.
You got two surefire fixes. Hard reboot or hard kick. Yo, yo, yo! Don't even think about flatlining here.
No.
Touch a corpse.
This gotta be what having a fucking stroke feels like.
It's not great, Johnny. Trust me. It's not great.
Perfect, Johnny. Thanks.
As usual.
Wasn't on purpose. Just gotta pick up the pace. Clock's ticking.
I'm doing what I can.
I am doing what I can. I'm here now. I can download the data. The data is being downloaded. Good. Great. I can meet Songbird. I'm going to have to get moving. Because she's not where I am. Oh my heaven, it's a long way down. Read! Encryption key received. Nice work. I'll get a start on tracking Aurora and Americ. As soon as they're near Dogtown, we'll know. We're in business. Signal from the tracker is live. Reed says, don't forget, once you get the green light from S, you contact me immediately. We're at a point now where a delay could sabotage everything. Alright. So I need to find Songbird. Grab that quickly. And let's get out of here. It's not too far to run, thankfully, by the looks of it. Where is it? Give me my vehicle quickly. I'll take the Arch again. Come on, Archie, where are you? There you are. I'm going to have to get a move on. Oh, am I going to have to get a move on? Not now, Alex. I'll read it in a second. Suddenly I feel like I've got an urgency in me when it comes to driving. Ooh, this is going to be sketchy as heck. 1.2 kilometers in not very long of game time. Putting this fine. Ooh, but I so want to meet Songbird. Come on, we can do this. I think we can do this. Oh boy. My heart's beating really fast. I can't do this at this speed. I'm gonna have to. There's no option here. Oh, please don't let me crash into anything. I've got 13 minutes on the clock. Good gosh. Oh, crikey. Get down there fast. Let me in. Thanks, guys. I've got 11 minutes. My heart's really thumping like mad. Come on, come on, come on. Go. 475 meters. I've got 9 minutes. 450, 425. Come on, let my bike accelerate. It's being silly. Sometimes it does that when you just come out of there. Up there. Here. I've got 7 minutes. Oh, park. Get out. Get off. Run up the stairs. Where's my girl? She's up here. She's up there. 5 minutes. Have I made it? She's still up here. I'm still climbing. 20 meters. 10 meters. 4 minutes to spare.
You and me, face to face.
There she is. Thank heaven. Hey, Songbird.
Sure we're alone. Wouldn't want any unpleasant surprises.
No surprises. Except maybe you're already one of us. Don't trust a soul.
That's certainly true. Okay, calm down now, Clive. You made it. Only just though. So why are we rendezvousing at this particular location?
This spot. Didn't pick it at random, I guess.
Guessed right. Wanted to show you something. It means a lot to me. Could help put some things in perspective.
Okay, I'm all for that. The more
And it means
perspective.
I trust you. Come over here.
Yeah, I mean, people saying they trust you and people trusting you, two different things. Why are we in the bushes? Don't answer that. What is this place that it is so special to you?
So what's so special about this place?
Lived just 2 blocks off while I was here in NC on assignment.
Okay.
Locals come here after sunset. Fire up grills, crack open beers, talk about nothing in particular.
I am following Songbird.
I'd swing by here come evening sometimes. All of it, every inch is special. Reminds me of Brooklyn. Actually from there.
Okay, we're opening up. Tell me about Brooklyn and your life there.
Wouldn't mind hearing about it.
Ooh.
Brooklyn.
I'll sit on the arm of a chair too. Seems to be what we
Got this
do.
memory. It was the night before I raided a Militech data fort. I'm sitting out on my fire escape. Just lit a J. Down on the street, I see a party starting. There's playful screams and laughter. Someone's blasting funk from their stoop. I hear Willie, too. Sells the best scout dogs around. He's shit-talking one of his tunes, and there's bonfire smoke in the air. Safe. Familiar.
Were they celebrating something?
Yeah. A Thursday.
Home's where your people are, not some place. But I can also say you want to go back. I'll go with the Nomad response in the hope that it will still let me use the yellow response too. Generally it does, sometimes just occasionally it seems it doesn't.
Yeah, know the feeling.
Got a place you hold close to your heart too?
Not a place, that was always changing. But people, sure. Memories of home.
It does let me use the yellow. Is this what she wants to do?
Yearning to go back.
Can't rewind the clock, V. By the time you realize you missed something, it's usually too late. Suppose we should get back to the here and now.
Let's stand up and say... I can be confrontational and say, I know it was you. Or I could say, just be honest, please. I'm going to tell her that I know she was involved in the attack on Myers.
Attack on Myers? You schemed that up with Hansen. I know that.
Yeah, Neural Matrix was pricey. But honestly, I never thought he'd try to kill her.
You betrayed her.
Not just her. Nothing went according to plan. What a fucking mess.
Wow, lots of people died because of you. Let's go with that one first. It seems we are unloading the guilt here, aren't we? We're piling this on, making her realise that we know more about it than she maybe thinks we do.
Sent Myers' entire flight crew to an early grave. Myers herself too, almost.
Ground the plane. That was the plan. Didn't expect he'd blow it to shit.
Really? Kurt Hansen?
Not much of an excuse, I know.
You should have known better. What did you think was going to happen?
So what was your plan?
For you to rescue Myers while I secured the AI Matrix, and for us to run. All before Kurt caught on. Now Hansen's changed the terms of our deal. They'll make him answer for the attack. He knows that, so he's covering his ass. The one thing he doesn't know is what's on the Cynosure mainframe. He's hoping it's data he can use as leverage against the NUS. Says that's my ticket to freedom, but soon as he gets his hands on it, I'm dead. I just know it.
I would pretty much guarantee it. I was thinking the same thing. What on
I
earth?
fucked everything up, I know, V.
What a mess.
But I had no choice.
Do you know, I'm going to stop and have a quick drink of orange. I'm sorry, back in a second. Sorry, I had to stop there for another drink. I did say that would be necessary this afternoon. Hydration is incredibly important when it's this warm. So I would really like her, rather than me saying you've always got a choice, because that's just piling on the pressure again, I think now that I've made the point that what she did was a poor choice, let's say, I'd like her to help me understand why.
Still don't understand why. Wasn't any other way, honestly.
Wouldn't have resorted to this, if there was. For Myers, the NUSA, I'm just another weapon in their arsenal. A tool for reaching beyond the Black Wall.
That I agree with.
And weapons and tools, they don't get to make decisions or choose to retire.
Yes, I mean, we make mistakes, then live with the consequences is kind of trite. I guess she would know that already. He can sympathise with being used. That I believe to be the case.
Sounds painfully familiar. Think I know how you feel.
I know anyone understands this feeling as well as you do, V. You're the only one I can trust with this.
We are having a moment here.
Only question is, after everything you just heard, you feel the same way about me?
I wonder what she was doing there. We're holding hands. Songbird, why do you do this to me? Also, can I just say, got to take a picture. Excuse me. That's just such a photogenic thing. I don't think I want to change that at all. I want to literally just take it as it is. The soft focus behind us of the city. So what about Reed? Do you trust him or not?
Don't trust Reed? Guy wants to save your life.
Mm-hmm.
Headshake.
He saved me once already. Word of a boss shit on Militech crossed his desk, so he knocked on a 19-year-old girl's door with an offer she couldn't refuse.
Oh.
Join his serve or become a Netwatch trophy.
That girl died that day. The person in front of you is what was born from that death. Of course, Reed, he died too. Just more recently. 7 years ago.
Now I really want to watch that trailer.
The NUS issued his death sentence, yet he serves the country to this day, clinging to something that's lost all meaning to me.
This is dynamite. Wow. So now we understand something about the pressure that was put on her to join in the first place. So what is it doing to you? What's happening to you?
I want to ask, actually. What happened exactly? You know, when you reached past the black wall.
Can it even be explained?
Know the feeling when you try to remember the address of a place you lived half your life, but it just turns up blank?
Mean losing your memory?
A snowflake lands on my glove. I can calculate its unique fractal structure. But what did my mom's voice sound like?
Oh, heaven.
Sometimes I lose control. Or get the sense I'm surrendering to someone else. But it feels horrible.
That's a feeling he can relate to.
Felt it too, with the Chimera. Like a living nightmare.
Yeah. More and more, I get the sense someone's standing behind me. But there's never anyone there.
What about going home? What about just going home?
Why not just go home?
My home burned down when I was forced to trade warm Brooklyn brick for sterile Washington walls. I have nowhere to go back to.
Right. This is the first time she's been honest with him in terms of opening up, and I believe everything she's said there. I don't think she's made up any of that backstory. I don't think she's made up what Reed's role in this was. I think she's actually telling the truth.
Get the feeling this is the first time you've been honest with me.
Yeah. With you and myself.
Wow. Emotional.
I need to get away. From Kurt, then USA, Reed. From everything.
Yeah, you picked a really bad one there.
Speaking of, out of everybody out there, you saw Hansen as a trusty ally. Seriously?
I needed someone who could tear me from Myers' grip. I knew him from my time in Night City when I was posted here.
Took a steep risk, all right. And a plain gonk one at that.
Yeah, it was a bit foolish.
That's why I enlisted you, too.
So,
Night City's just a pit stop along your escape route. That was always the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's just... things got complicated. Messy. Certainly didn't expect my old agency chums to get involved. Or to find myself caged by Kurt.
no, it's all gone a bit wrong,
I'm
hasn't it,
fleeing,
Songbird?
Gotta get out. And to do that, I need you. 'Cause you know how it is.
This is the thing about truth. It's never an absolute, is it? In the sense that there's always more to be said. There's always context to everything. She's telling me, I believe what she's told me. Do I think she's told me everything? No.
How am I to know this isn't an elaborate con? Be nice to have some kind of guarantee.
I can't give you one, sorry. But I've shown you my trust. I mean, you're free to sell me out to Reed, right? Or trust me enough to save us both. No guarantee for either of us. Fair deal, I say.
Doesn't really answer the question. Okay.
Okay. Say I believe you. What's the next step?
We go through with the mission, grab the neural matrix. While Reed and Alex grapple with Hansen, we make our getaway.
And then?
Yes, and then? You seem to have your getaway planned. What about me?
You help me skip town. I already cut a deal with the Black Clinic far, far from Night City. There, the Rippers can access the Matrix and use an algorithm to create a prototype of our cure.
Right.
They'll need me present to run their tests. The moment they're finished, I'll send word.
I wish I could believe you.
And that's it. Everything. Like a weight off my shoulders, honestly. Now I have to ask.
Ask.
You're in this because you understand me? Or because I promised to save your life?
Oh man. I can say don't trust you, no, but I've got no choice. I can say yes, I understand you. Or yes to both, rather. I can say I want to survive just like you do. I can say I understand you and trust you. Now, the thing is this. Saying it doesn't necessarily mean it. If you think someone is not being truthful with you, do you use an untruth as a response to that? Do you say that you understand and trust her even if you don't? Because that's the kind of thing she would want to hear, and it plays along.
I understand you, believe you. Know what it's like to fight for your life. Every minute of it.
That's true.
Gives you a new perspective, doesn't it? I guess that's all. I suppose you should call Reed. Let him know all set for the meet with Hansen.
And she's gone. And replying to Alex's message, optional, may have... No, it hasn't disappeared. Let me just look in here. Let me look at Alex's message. Oh, Alex's message. Hey V, now that you got those pesky transceivers all sorted out, how about stopping by the Moth? Kick back, take a breather. Already got a bottle open, the kind for special occasions. What do you say? The hardest part of a mission is always the waiting. And I've got, hell yeah, thanks for the invite. Sure we got time for that, or I don't know, not really in the mood for that right now. Sorry, Alex, I will accept her invite. A little drink won't hurt. Alex is typing. You might want to hurry. Oh God, this bottle will not last long. I've been hurrying everywhere today. Yeah, we know about those messages. And now it's telling me to meet Alex at the Moth. So that's where I'm going to go, pretty much. Can I get the heck out of... Well, what is this place that you walked me through here? I just want to get back onto a staircase. Oh, that was a long way down. You really shouldn't do that when you're dying from a relic chip. It's not recommended. I'll go meet Alex at the Moth. Stairs. Yes, there's a red drop over there. No, I'm not going to be stopping for it today. Thematically, it seems more correct for me to head off to see Alex. Oh. After I've been to A&E, that is, and had my injuries mended. I'm calling my bike, and I'm pretty sure I've just looked, it's right behind me. This is going to look really stupid, but let me do it anyway. Jackie's Arch, please, call. Is it literally behind me? It's literally behind me. It's where I left it. It's there. It's there. What do you make of that? What do you make of that? I can't decide whether I believe Songbird entirely. I believe what she's told me about her past in terms of Brooklyn. I believe what she told me about Reed and his role in recruiting her, and the fact that her arm was twisted. She really had no choice. And that's not nice. That isn't pleasant at all. I think I can go this way to the north, actually. It's sending me that way and I don't need to. I can drive a distance towards it as well. Do I believe she's told me everything there is to know about what her plans are? No, I do not. Do I believe it where she says she has nowhere to go? Maybe. Maybe I do. Do I think she's playing on the commonality of her past experience and V's in order to get him on her side? Yes. But then, even if she was being 100% honest, she would be understandable if she was doing that. It's relatable. I don't see a problem with it. Unless she's using it as a way of hiding something that she doesn't want to discuss and talk about. Yeah, you've said that. Yes, it's the tequila. I think you need to stop. Stop now. Enough with the tequila. I'm apparently going to meet Alex at the Moth. It's very late. 1:20 a.m.
You made it.
Just me and you.
Got a head start. A drink to calm the nerves.
I can sit and say... I'm going to ask her if she drinks alone often. She did surprise me with the invite. Absolutely she did. Think I wasn't coming? No, I was always going to come. It is good to see her, but let's do the bottom one.
Do this often? Drink solo?
Often? Not the word I'd use. I wrote you because I needed someone to talk to. Someone outside the firm. And not some total rando.
Okay.
To take my mind off the mission, not worry about being someone else for a millisec. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Of the two of these, getting nervous before the op, she could just say yes or no. But what do you want to talk about is probably the more open question to ask here.
Okay, so what you want to talk about?
I mean, it's not like I have an agenda typed up.
Okay.
I just want to be a normal fucking person for a little bit. Myself, specifically. Just me. Just Alex.
You see, maybe this is what happens when you spend so many years recovering from the way you were treated when you were an agent. Still trying to be an agent in a way, but she's fallen into a different way of existence for so long now, that seems normal compared to the life of being an agent. So I can understand what she's saying there. I want to be a normal person for a little bit, myself specifically. Again, I prefer the question. Whether she does like this often, I do understand why she wants to get out, if this is how she feels. Yeah, I feel the same. I don't want to be doing this for long. This secret agent stuff is stressful.
This happen often? These moments you pine for your old self?
Lately, all the time. But I know the old me is long gone. I'm a different person now. Somewhere under all these masks.
Thinking.
Say, you ever think about who you'd be now if, life had taken a different turn?
Wow, look at this. No mad response, I'd still be with the backers. I would have left Night City. Probably the same as I am now. I wouldn't want a set path. Which is pretty much a nomad response anyway. Do you ever think about who you'd be now if, life had taken a different turn? I think he would have left Night City. I do think he would have left Night City, because in a sense that's what Panam was proposing that they did. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And it still might happen.
I'd leave Night City as soon and as far away as possible.
Jeez, What'd this city ever do to you?
Plenty. Let me tell you.
Everything shitty that's ever happened to me.
And some good things.
And everything good.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you a ray of sunshine?
Hey. That was a bit harsh. You don't mind me saying. Oh, I'm going to drink.
To your health.
Your turn?
Okay, now you. Who would you be if not a secret agent and master of disguise?
An actor.
No hesitation there.
Always dreamed of seeing my face on a show bill. I love musicals especially.
Seriously?
Call me old-fashioned. So yeah, guess I'd be a braindance star.
Well, fancy that. Okay, so do you have a dream role? You're good at pretending to be someone you're not. Ever acted in anything before? Why musicals? I mean, all of those. I'd like to ask all of them, and that's the thing, isn't it? You don't have the chance. You have to make choices. The thing I'd like to pursue here is the musical thing, I think. Because it kind of opens up a different aspect of her life. Or maybe the dream role. Let's go with the dream role at the bottom.
Got any dream roles?
Smile. Thinking.
Norma Desmond, Sunset Boulevard. Guessing that doesn't ring any bells.
Wow.
Not a single one.
No surprise. It's ancient far as films go. I have a soft spot for tragic characters. Not to mention I see something of myself in her. Neither of us know when to let go.
So we have not going to happen. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. I can drink to our dreams. I can drink to a normal life. I can drink to her future career. I am going to select the second of these because I think it's what we both want.
To a normal life. Maybe we'll all enjoy one someday.
Amen.
This stuff's good, by the way. How much is it a glass? Do I owe you some money? Oh, she liked the taste of it. She's going to like the taste of it again.
Ooh, I love this song.
Oh, I can't hear it. It's fairly quiet. Oh. Drink and listen to music. I think I'm one behind. I might be two behind. Okay. Alex has got the moves. I'm standing up. No. No, game. You're not going to do this to me. Oh, I can say goodbye and thank her for the chat, or I can join Alex. But I just want to point out, in joining Alex, I think it means dancing. Yeah, it does. We are throwing some shapes, I believe. Definitely are throwing some shapes.
Don't do this often, I'm guessing.
No. Do what exactly? I'm going to ask then.
This meaning?
Doing shit. Just cuz. No forethought. Carefree relaxing.
There haven't been a lot of opportunities recently, I'd have to say. A very brief dance on the dance floor at Hans' place. Similarly at the party, well, I would have tried to, but didn't get a chance. Too much. Even the girls who were giving the champagne out were a bit offish. Does this go on for long? Oh no, apparently it doesn't. We got this. I'm going to reassure her.
Tomorrow's our day. We got this.
I know.
She's thinking.
See you soon, V.
And she's gone. Now, because I'm a curious person, I'm going to follow her and see where she's gone. Did she go through that door? Did she go into the office? She didn't go into the office. She can't be in the back room. She's vanished. No, she's not. She's over here. She did go into the back room. She's sitting looking on her tablet and thinking, yeah, the upholstery really could do with cleaning in here. I must get around to doing it. Leave the bar. I'm going to leave the bar. That was revealing, I would say, both the conversation with Alex and the conversation with Songbird. Less so the conversation with Reed. Of the three of them, he is now the one who seems to be giving the least away. You could argue he gave something away previously, but not very much really. And now I really, really want to call Reed, so let me do that.
B status report.
Oh, it's nice to talk to you too. V status report. You get 3 words.
Reed, hey, I'm Nova. Thanks. How are you?
I could be dead.
Put a cold beer in front of me once this is all over. Then we'll have time to chat. For now, fill me in on what you managed to get done.
Again, you see, that just emphasises the difference, doesn't it? No time for anything that's not focused on the mission at the moment, and yet Alex is the opposite. She feels the pressure of the mission, and that makes it even more important that she can talk about things that are beyond the mission, to think there is a future, there is an end to this and a purpose to it, and it's going to lead to something. Songbird the same. She's in an absolute pickle, but she's trying to work out a future, a salvation, a way through it, and out the other side. I talked to Songbird.
So Me contacted me. Got news.
Let me hear it.
Well, first off, we've been greenlit. Our VIP's ready to be served.
Music to my ears. What else?
Songbird opened up a bit about her sitch.
She did.
It's looking bad. Real bad. His tech's her only shot.
I hear you. I do. All the more reason to focus on the mission in front of us. Get our hands on that cure.
Ooh, let me do this.
But Reed, what So Me spilled, we really need to talk.
I know, but later. Not a topic for the hollow. B, one other thing. You need new chrome. An implant that accommodates behavioral imprints.
A what?
I'm sending you deets for a clinic. The doc will be expecting you.
All right.
Just tell the Ripper you know she collects unification war trinkets. She know you came with my blessing.
Okay, go to Farida's clinic. I don't know where Farida's clinic is, but I'll go there. Can I have a look and see how far away this is on the map, please? How far? Oh, not very far. But I think I'm still 500 metres. I'm still minded to drive there because I left my bike here. Songbird. Been thinking about our conversation. Couldn't shake this feeling of deja vu. You awakened a memory that had faded, one I can enjoy again. Memory of what? Another conversation I had once with a close friend, honest, real, no ulterior motives. V. After all these years with the agency, questioning every word, every gesture, every twitch, always looking over my shoulder. Do you know what that's like? I certainly know what it's like to always be looking over your shoulder, questioning every word, every gesture. So I'm going to say, unfortunately, I do. Songbird is typing. Guessed as much. I've seen in you what I've seen in the mirror for some time now. A trapped animal that hasn't lost hope for freedom. All the more reason we need to stick together. She's piling on the glue here, isn't she? I'm going to go to Farida's clinic. I'm going to have trouble turning my bike around in this confined space. Oops, days. Told you I would. Mind that scaffolding. What time is it? Farida's clinic's open at 3 o'clock in the morning. What kind of place is this? Yes, I know there's a car there. Yes, I know there's a red drop. Yes, I'm focused on the storyline at this present moment in time. Up this way. Oh, it's not far. It's actually seriously not far. I've got to be below where I am now, though. I think I'm too high up. Yes. We are too far up. Here. I will park, get off, and try and find out a way lower down from where I am currently. Hello. Just ignore me. I'm not here for any other reason than trying to go to Farida's clinic. You wouldn't know the way, would you? Farida's clinic, where are you? It's going to be under this area here. Crikey, blimey. Oh, what's happened here? This person's not looking well. I'm just saying. She seems to be having some sort of episode. It could be cyberware related, I'm not sure. 10 metres. We're nearly there. Oh, I love the tiles here. This is kind of a very seedy entrance to this clinic. And all the junk, the rubbish that's been piled down here and the cockroaches crawling around, it really fills you with a sense of considerable, I've got to use the intercom, considerable faith.
Hello?
It's me, it's V.
Hello?
Farida?
You Farida?
Yes, and we're closed.
But I hear you collect souvenirs from the Unification War. Yeah.
Got something might interest you.
I doubt it.
Hear you collect trinkets. Unification War era.
Mm-hmm. Come in.
Okay, that was just weird, isn't it? I mean, the thing is, if you were presented randomly with those three options, you'd pick the top one, wouldn't you? Because if ever there was a password, that's the kind of thing you'd say. Let's go. Farida.
I'm sorry I was unwelcoming.
That's all right.
Ever since a certain space plane crashed nearby, I've had to be more cautious.
I understand that. Please don't walk through me. People do that sometimes.
V, good to see you.
Reed, how are you? Just excuse me while I scan this office, because I haven't been here before. It's an unfamiliar place, and therefore susceptible. Oh, look at that. Susceptible to being scanned. Is it going to trigger a conversation if I go too close to him? It might do. In a second. Just in a second then, my friend.
We don't have all day.
Oh, you're wrong about that. I feel like I've spent a considerable amount of time here, and I've just found a shard, and I've found a laptop. Let's do the shard first. Okay. Time to put on your face. Constant transformation, the essence of life on the whole, yet elusive to us as individuals. At least such was nature's cruel fate before the advent of modern faceplate technology. Say goodbye to slow, expensive, piecemeal cosmetic changes. Say hello to the perpetual reinvention of yourself. Faceplate implantation was once widely considered a highly invasive procedure, but no more. The latest leaps in biomimetic materials and sensors allow for perfectly natural expressions and a full sensory experience, but with the shortest surgery recovery time to date. More importantly, after a one-time foundational procedure, each subsequent faceplate model will no longer require a full installation. Become who you want, when you want. Reserve and personalise your very own Zetatech TNRTX 10.0 faceplate today, and let your cycle of transformation begin. I'm guessing that's what we saw on that machine then. And also there was a laptop. I'm finding out about these people before I actually engage in conversation with them. 3 messages, 1 file. Special request from R to Farida. I have an urgent request for your services. A friend of mine is applying for a position of great responsibility in a very specific industry.
Hello.
The scope of their duties and associated risks requires unique cyberware. I know you have a busy schedule and this would require some reshuffling on your part, but I assure you their employer, who I am not at liberty to name, will compensate you generously. Well, we know who the R is, don't we? From Farida to R. I understand. Call me and we'll set a time. And then we have new unit inquiry from Sublime MD to Farida. I've received several inquiries and offers about the DYX77.9, one of which practically leapt off my screen. I sent out all my usual feeders but found a lot of zilch. Can you ping me if anything pops up on your radar in DT? From Farida to Sublime MD. It's your lucky day. I got a hit and I'm willing to negotiate price on your behalf. I expect lower than the usual rate because we're dealing with a prototype batch. This means no manufacturer's guarantees, no warranties. I see no red flags, but once it's tested, I'll let you know for sure. An early look at tech specs shows promise. From Sublime MD to Farida. Great. And be honest, Farida, would you sell one of these in your own clinic? From Farida Sublime. I would, and I will. I have a client in mind for one already. From Sublime to Farida. Perfect. Then I await your SIG to hash out payment and transport details for the rest. And then we have old friend from Mabel to Farida. My dear Farida, I know it's been ages and I'm truly sorry. I found myself in a few rough patches that forced me to go offline for a time. This most recent patch, some friends of friends were willing to put me up while I recovered. Nothing serious. I only mention it because on my third day in their company they played Come as Sunshine over breakfast. Jesus, how many years had it been, I wondered. I was literally crying out loud for crying out loud. They didn't know what to do with me. Do you remember how we used to dance? No rhythm, no grace, moving our feet, often more to static than actual music on that old radio, and girl did we howl. I'm still surprised I had that in me. I even remember Tim and how used to gawk at you like a nervous goat. Anyway, I suppose I'm writing you now because that was the last time I ever really felt at home.
You don't have all day.
Anywhere. I miss you fierce, F. I think you're the last person I ever let myself truly get to know. Recently thought I'd myself a great man too, but found out quick I was sorely mistaken. But that's another story for another time. I know these old memories don't mirror the people we are now, but since hearing that song again, I just can't shake the feeling that I lost something important in my life. I'm not asking you to follow me as I head east. I just want you to know I was thinking of you. Don't be a stranger. Mabel. Ah, a heartfelt message from Mabel. And then we have Combat Zone, Chapter 1. A peaceful night's rest. Farida's starting a novel, it would appear. She didn't get very far. All right. Let me just continue to check out and see if there's anything else in here to be grabbed. I probably don't think there is.
Hello, Earth to V?
Yeah, you can hang on. I'd rather do this now before we interact as people. The three of us. I think that might be it. Don't think I've missed anything else. Okay, I'm back. So let's talk to Reed. Get round the equipment. Right, it's good to see you. Yeah, you're not letting me out of your sight, are you?
Not giving me any breathing room, huh? Trust an issue?
Just looking out.
Huh. Anybody believe
I'm here
that?
about Somi. I spent hours wrapping my head around this, putting myself in her shoes.
Really?
I needed to understand what she must have been going through, too. To resort to treason.
Well, he can't understand in the sense that he's not dying, and V can because he is. She has changed over those 7 years, I believe that too. And are you sure you got your priorities straight? I'm going to go with the middle one.
Basing your expectations on the woman you used to know, not on who she is today.
Yes.
Common denominators remain in place. She's trapped. Not just here and now, but going months back. Hell. Actually years. I blame Myers, the sore loser. Does her damnedest to avoid it. Songbird, the Black Wall, dirty tricks meant to give her a competitive edge. It's no wonder Somi doesn't trust anyone. Except maybe you. A little.
Am I being played here? Is he trying to big my part up in this? I feel like I'm a shuttlecock being batted backwards and forwards between Reed and So-Mi at the moment. I really do. Let's go with the bottom one here. I bet you wish So-Mi would trust you instead.
Song should trust you, not me. That it?
Is that what's rankling you?
I can't say I really blame her. I can only blame myself.
But could you have done anything differently?
Something. Anything. Instead of giving in and being exiled in Night City, a couple thousand miles away.
Oh, look at this one. Songbird's going to prison. There is no way she's going to get out of this unscathed, is there? There's going to be retribution. There's going to be reckoning of some point. There has to be. And he knows that too.
There's a prison cell prepped and waiting for her already. So-Mi knows that full well.
How's he going to
She lives to see tomorrow and every day after. That's what matters.
Myers needs her alive, sure, but forgive and forget the attempt on her life? Never.
I believe that too.
Myers might not forgive her, but doesn't mean I can.
I have got to watch that trailer. I'm going to do it at the start of next episode. That's a thing. The thing is, you work for Myers. You literally do work for Myers. You're still thoroughly signed up to whatever set of principles it is that has been propelling you through all these years. So-Mi tried to kill you too. And what is it you're trying to bring me round to?
We don't have all day.
What you trying to sell me, Reed?
Yes, yes. Come on.
Nothing. I'm merely trying to convince you.
Okay. We break the chain Hansen wrapped around her neck. Then what?
We stow away somewhere safe. Ask some questions. Establish some common ground. Once I get the answers I'm looking for, I'll personally help it disappear. From everyone, everywhere. Including Myers.
You want answers, so I need to know what it is specifically you're going to ask her about. The thing about Reed is there's always a motivation, there's always a reason. He doesn't do anything on a whim.
Want to ask you a few questions, huh?
To understand her side. Got an idea already of what I'll hear. System broke her. Almost took her life. Like it did mine.
Yes, and how does that change anything?
As for me, well, my time's well past. But So-Mi's still worth saving.
But that makes you complicit as well. That's treason for you to say that. I believe him? I don't know. If it came up to a choice between the two of them at the moment, I'm more inclined to believe Songbird than Reed. I don't want to accuse him of being a liar. I would point out to him that it would be treasonable for him to take
you can help
her side in this.
You know, some would call that treason.
They would. Ooh.
Tell me something I don't know.
This is why he's being economical with what he's feeding to Myers, if that's actually true.
I got contacts in Europe. We'll find the best clinic, put you two back together, fix what's broken. Once we have your cure in hand. But I need to help So-Mi first. She's lost, and I'm concerned she doesn't know what she's doing.
You don't trust her?
No, he doesn't.
What I don't trust is the shit from beyond the black wall and the attendant paranoia. Both in play here, I'm afraid. She has another plan in mind. I'm damn sure of it.
Oh, okay. Now, I suspected that she wasn't telling me everything. He thinks she's still got something else that she's not telling us. I'm going to go with the top one here. What's all this mean next? She did tell me a plan. She intends to escape. Oh, do I go with the bottom one? I'm going to go with the bottom one.
So-Mi, she reached out. Wasn't telling the whole truth before. Once out, off the grid. Has a plan for right after we take down Hansen. Gonna make a run for it. Slip out of Night City.
Thank you, V, for your candor.
Has it changed anything?
This means a lot to me. I have something for you. Our best minds in D.C. cooked it up. Icebreaker. Silver bullet against any fortified netrunner. Farida will feed it into your system during surgery. Use that, and Somi will drop unconscious within a minute. We can't take any chances, and when she wakes up, she'll wake up at home.
Now, that last choice I made there, to tell him about Songbird's plan, is entirely because I didn't entirely trust what Songbird told me. And in a situation where you can't trust both people, sometimes the best thing to do is to have no secrets. I don't know if it's going to come back to bite me.
We don't have all day.
So this thing that's meant to ensnare her, she's clever.
She could sense the breaker. Not talking about some run-of-the-mill runner here.
It's meta-heuristic hyper-aggressive tech, cobbled together by a literal army of experts. If she does sense it, it won't matter. No one out there, alone, could withstand something like this.
I don't know that the purpose of this thing is what he says it is.
Sure this soft will work? Doubt it's been tested on anyone Songbird's level.
From what they tell me, this program can anticipate what she'll do before she even thinks to do it. By the time you cut one thread, it's already found another. A precision-guided weapon designed to evade countermeasures.
Weapon? Weapon? Not a tool. A weapon.
Okay. How do I use it?
Fire it up when you're both jacked into the mainframe. At that moment, Somi's door will be wide open.
Yeah, I have a feeling the bottom one is the true response to this. That is, it's all going to go badly wrong. I've got two game players here playing against each other, and literally, like, I feel like, as I say, I am the game piece being pushed backwards and forwards. I'm on the chessboard, they're sitting either side in the chairs. That's how this feels. And the middle one here is quite intriguing.
V, all clear?
Because if the two of them could talk, would this not resolve all the things that he's talking about here?
Two of you could just, sit down, talk it out.
Yes, you could.
That's my aim, precisely.
That's not exactly what you said.
Kidnap her. Not quite the same.
Yes.
We've come to a point where some options are simply off the table. Right now, we're focusing on saving your lives. Talking time will come later. It's time I was on my way. I leave you in Farida's able hands.
Oh, great. Hey, Farida.
Call me once you're done here.
Okay. The sooner we begin, the sooner we finish.
Do I need to prepare? Should I go and have a wash or change my underwear?
I need to do anything or...
20 questions first? Should I hold your hand?
I was just asking.
No. Do nothing.
Okay.
Tush, meet chair.
Tush. That's bottom, isn't it?
Okay. Anesthesia incoming. Don't worry, it's the good stuff. Relax and submit. An ID modding implant is complicated tech, true. But the procedure is surprisingly simple.
Rare tech sounds like Night City native, clinic in Dogtown. Why run it here? I'm more interested in the tech, I've got to say.
To be honest, never heard of tech like this. Seems kind of sci-fi. This an FIA prototype?
Mm-hmm. It was picked off the corpse of a Militech R&D project.
Ooh.
Militech abandoned it?
That, or they sought to keep it off the books. Top secret. Mom's the word. Politics.
Oh yeah. Oh,
okay.
I feel woozy.
Anesthesia is taking hold.
Everything's going dark. Very dark. I'm awake. Hey, should I be awake? You're still doing that. I should be asleep. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to work that way. Okay. We're looking at faceplate technology here, aren't we? Do we think? Could be anything, couldn't it? Let's be honest. Yes, we are. It's the advantage of having read that stuff first. Alright. Who do you want to be? And the icebreaker's going in. Dark again. And then... Hey Johnny. What's your opinion of this? He looks a bit...
How many fingers am I holding up?
Funny. I'll just say, hey Johnny.
Nice to see you in good form.
Mm-hmm. You want something from me?
To chat. Got no other options. You'll have to do.
So tell me, what's it feel like to be a traitor?
Hey, that's a bit stiff. I've got a choice. Doing what I need to do to survive. Secret agent, you mean, right? I'm gonna just bat this one back across the net.
Interesting way of saying undercover FIA agent.
Shit, actually bought into this. They send you to a fancy party, stroke your ego, and now you're some kind of super spy?
No.
What's next? Fucking gold medal? Ticker tape parade? A statue? A national holiday? Kids home from school? What the fuck? But seriously, found yourself in a shit-tastic situation.
Okay. For a moment I thought...
Come on, got iron in your hand. Gotta put it to someone's head. Pull the trigger. The master spy and the agent unloosed. Tragedy, comedy, or both.
You just don't like them.
Reed, I understand, but I don't get what you have against her.
I'm dreaming.
Let's just say I know where they're both coming from.
Hi, Farida.
Survival. It's her be-all and end-all. That and she's a walking, talking nuke. The kind that keeps making mistakes, never knowing which one's gonna set her off. And Reed? Bastard and me are one and the same. If I hadn't ghosted the army, I'd have become a Reed myself. Live and die by our principles.
That I believe.
That's the tragedy, V. Someone's gonna play victim to the other's good intentions. Try not to forget that when you're standing over that fucking overgrown neuro drive.
I'm going to ask him what he would do if he was in my shoes. It's easy for him to... I mean, at first I think he was accusing me of being a sellout, you know, when he was talking about the life, the family and all the rest. But then he said, on the other hand, the situation you're in, what choices did you have? I want to know what he would choose in this situation.
Reed or Songbird? What would you do in my shoes, Johnny?
Because I think it's on either or.
I am in your shoes, dumbass. For every gonk choice you make. But I can't do dick. But honest to God, V, not fucking around? I don't know. Got no goddamn clue.
Now that was unusual that he took his glasses off.
All done. The facial morph implant is online. Now all you need is a behavioral imprint. And do me a favor. Don't tell me what you need this for.
I wasn't about to. I'm going to say you might see me again.
Might pop by if I need anything else.
She'll say don't.
I can't wait.
I knew she was going to say that. The thing is, when he takes his glasses off like that, you get to see his eyes. And eyes are a very big part of reading the expressions and the believability and the emotions of the person who's speaking. When you can't see the eyes, it's more difficult to do that. So that was kind of an intimacy thing there, where he wanted to be believed for what he was saying. Exit the clinic, and I can. And the job, Birds with Broken Wings, is complete. And it says call Reed. At this point, I am going to save the game. I'll be back with you in a second. I have got a lot to think about there before the next main storyline episode. Songbird has told me more about her situation, and some of it I think I do believe, and other parts of it I feel it's not so much there are holes in what she's told me, it's that there are simply entire things missing in her plans for the future, I guess. If I was her, I'd want to be talking about those plans. I'd want to be looking at them in great detail as a kind of motivational thing, a thing you were reaching for, grasping for. You wouldn't be afraid of it in the sense that you'd be holding it up as an objective to work towards. And if she trusts V, surely she should have expanded upon all of that. That's probably where my main reservation about her currently lies. But then with Reed, I think I've got exactly the same problem. He is very much a person governed by policy, by principles that he has held firm on right through his career, and he's still doing now. That's who he is, it would appear. I keep looking for nuances. I keep looking for signs that he would break that mould and behave atypically, go off script, and I don't find it. I think he is used to being something of a loose cannon and a person who can set his own agenda. As long as he achieves the objective, no one seems to mind how he does this. So the big question is, what is the main objective as he sees it as regards Myers and what he's been sent to do here? How far is he willing to compromise on that objective based on what he's said about the feeling he has for Songbird and her situation? And I can't work that out. I took the tactic, as I said, of keeping no secrets, of telling him what Songbird had told me. Now, I don't know whether that's going to backfire. It just felt at that particular time, the right thing to do, to level the playing field. If Reed was to discover that I've been holding stuff back from him, and if he proves to be the one materially right, who I'm going to believe in the future, then that could be harmful to that situation and prevent it from happening. On the other hand, if Songbird, it seems to be a binary choice that's being presented here increasingly, as with that conversation that he had with Johnny. If Songbird is the one that I'm meant to be believing and supporting through this, if hers is the majority of truth in what I'm meant to be feeling here, then I can do severe damage to her by saying too much to Reed. You can't win, can you? There is no black and white here. There is no black and white. Everything's grey. Absolutely every single conversation I've had with Songbird and Reed is grey. I really don't know. I've got so many ideas that I've got to be scribbling down on my pad, ready for the next time we come back to main storyline. Next episode is not going to be a main storyline episode. I've already decided that. There are other things I want to do, and I'm going to try to inject some of those in to the proceedings. So that's for episode 62. But I can't leave it long before I come back to this. I really can't, because it has me completely wrapped up. I'm not sure I've made good decisions all the way through this. I'm so unsure. I've just banged my microphone. Sorry about that. I'm not sure that there are perfect decisions to be made here. I think everything's a compromise. Right, that's it. I'm going to stop at that point. It's very warm in here. I'm going to go and have some more food with my wife, have a very cold drink, and then come back. And I think later on tonight, I'll get these things written down, all the notes and stuff that are fresh in my head at the moment. And I'll try to start making sense of what on earth is going on here. Who's playing who? I wish I could be sure. I don't think we're at that stage yet. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for episode 62 very soon. Bye.